we go.
Ah! We made it, you guys. It's Sunday. So for all you podcast listeners, thank you. And all of our regular listeners, thank you. We have Clint today with some Battletech Gothic. We're going to get started with here in a minute and get that going, right, Clint?
Yes.
You still haven't won the lottery, though. So he's been able to make it because for now he's not won the lottery yet. So, wow, that gets everybody.
That's the point.
Let's see if anybody notices Ashley's haircut.
I chopped it.
Yeah, it's chopped. So, where's the mouse? Yeah.
Oh. There's Charles.
Hey, Charles, how are you, man? You doing good? We hope so. Oh, so give us just a second here. Now we can get going. If I could spell. I can't spell, can I? Everyone. There we go. All right. Charles is always the first one. I've seen you a lot of your posts too, Charles. You're getting a lot of stuff done, it looks like. So Clint here's
Getting a lot of stuff done.
Yeah, I don't have the time to get as much done as Charles does, but Charles has a lot he's been putting out there. So Telemachus says he won the lottery, but his ticket ran away. Hey, I understand that. I won the lottery and someone else claimed it. Unfortunately, I don't have the money to fight that. So every week it seems to be somebody else. Look, weird gamers. Yes, we are weird gamers, but that's okay.
You would know.
Yeah, Keegan, you would know, Clint says. Keegan, Clint's playing a better game than SnowRunners. So he told you before. You got to try it, though. All right, Ashley.
What?
Nothing. Just your look on your face is like stern. You look different now. Charles says he's still dealing with his back pain, shoulder pain, arm pain, and neck pain.
You should divorce her.
He did.
He did.
Oh, jeez. Well, then you're doomed.
I say he's not married, as far as I remember. I think he said.
What?
He keeps saying he goes to the casino with his ex. So
It's all good. That's a gamble.
Completely reducing your stress, but okay.
So, Charles, did you fall or did somebody hit you? Something's wrong, or maybe see a chiropractor with that kind of
Probably just another bar fight.
bar fight. Yeah. I don't think Charles is a bar person, but hey,
Yeah.
you never know. So, all right, we're gonna. Well, Clint's got Battletech Gothic.
Yeah.
He brought over. He said it's just been released. Well, thank you, Walkabout. He keeps calling me Ho. He says, "Hey, Ho," and Ashley. So, hey, there you go. I'm a professional Ho now. I haven't been paid for it yet, but I'm working to
Then
that.
you're not truly a professional
I
yet.
say you're not professional yet, honey.
I'm trying, Walkabout, but we're glad you're here. Keegan says, "What's Clint playing? You got a little quiet, but the van is loud." Oh, it's Battletech Gothic. And
Keegan was asking probably about Roadcraft.
Oh, Roadcraft. Yeah, Walkabout says, "Nice haircut, looks good." Well, thank you. Thank you, Walkabout. But were you talking about Ashley or me? Ow.
Hi, Ledford.
Hello, Ledford. How are you? You've been following for 5 years now, Ledford?
Probably. He's
Well,
been
thank
here
you.
for a while.
Yeah, I didn't realize I've been doing it for 8 years till I was reminded.
Dude, that was 2 jobs ago.
It's been a bit, yeah. Heading towards the decade mark. Haven't been famous yet though, but that's okay. We're just kind of known for being squirrely and whatnot. So, but anyways, Clint, we'll let you take over talking about Battletech Gothic and that it has been recently just released.
Yep.
You said?
Yep.
Bars in my younger days.
Yeah.
Much younger days.
Yeah,
Charles
I
says,
hear
"Yeah, heck yeah."
I hear you. All right.
Walkabout says, "I think Ashley is paying for me or praying for me, one or the other. Either way, it works. I'm okay."
That's funny.
So yeah.
So switching gears here. So Battletech Gothic is relatively new. I think it's been 3 weeks or so since it's
Oh,
released,
3
or
weeks. Yeah.
maybe a month, not quite. And it's Catalyst's foray into alternate gaming stuff. Yeah, they're technically kind of trying to compete with Warhammer.
Charles says,
Oh.
Ashley, you've improved upon perfection. That's very nice of you. She's done a lot of work to get me to where I am, but calling me perfect is great, Charles. I appreciate it.
So, no.
Keegan, is it basically the emo version of
No,
Battletech?
it is not.
No.
No, surprisingly, because I was going to get it because it was Battletech, plain and simple. It's just Battletech. I'm a Battletech fan. I'm going to get it. Got into some of the lore, some of the stuff they put in this. This is a full-on independent game using Battletech and / Alpha Strike rules. So it's compatible, but not compatible with Battletech.
When I look at the box, I see a little bit of the Horus Heresy.
Oh yeah, that's the point.
Is that?
So you have.
Is it just me?
For once, in like most games, you actually have an enemy versus just other people you don't like.
Other people you don't
There
like.
are actually like monsters in this game. Now, right now, no miniatures, sadly, but I'm sure that will come about later.
But if you have cards or something, you can always
They have the tokens.
or
yeah.
tokens. You can kind of come up with something that looks similar.
So according to Catalyst's one press release I read a while back, they're going to do some alternate. There's supposed to be like a steampunk Battletech too at some point. They're doing these alternate games to try to get more people in because it's all about money. It's fine. And I'm not so much of a Battletech purist that I will not accept anything other than what is Battletech. I mean, if you were going to be a Battletech purist, you wouldn't have any of Catalyst game stuff. Let's be real here. You'd only have the fastest stuff. You'd only have the metal miniatures. You'd only have...
Yeah.
You wouldn't be playing Alpha Strike, blah, blah, blah. But people are not going to love everything. You're not going to appeal to everyone. Fine. So I wanted it because it's Battletech. What I got was just amazing.
Keegan says they put Ashley's mind in a game.
Yeah. So with that, the miniatures are not, I will start with this, not Battletech scale exactly.
They are nice.
They are very close and they are extremely well detailed.
It looks like it to me. I mean, yeah, just set it wherever
just
you like.
because I wanted to do a size comparison.
Yep.
Okay, so first of all, Battletech miniature. Little clan mech. And I'll move the map and stuff out of the way just to do size comparison before we do anything else. This is your standard Phoenix Hawk next to a clan mech. So very, very, very close in scale and size, but not quite the same.
It's a little bit.
Some of the smaller mechs will work fine with the bigger mech, with standard Battletech. If you really wanted like a periphery Phoenix Hawk, for example, you're there. But when you get to the bigger mechs like the Atlas, the Marauder, there's a big noticeable size difference.
Well, these are supposed to be more
they're
like giant kind of.
Yes, it's. I mean, you can't mistake them for anything else. That's for sure.
Looks like you got a nice map too.
Oh, this map is awesome. So I'm gonna just not completely fold the whole thing out where you can see it, but standard
fire?
hexes.
Oh.
Oh, it's lava.
Lava.
That's
It looked like fire.
yeah.
on the
It's supposed to be lava, but you've also got
Oh, it's a fort.
a whole fortification with trench system,
Oh, nice.
acid river, and this is not even the whole map unfolded. And then on the other side, you've got
Wow.
Oh,
base.
nice.
so this is. Yep, I'll hand that over to you. That's basically, and it is bigger than standard Battletech map, albeit not much bigger.
Not much, but that's still nice.
Yeah. So like all of Catalyst stuff now, you're getting the pre-done mech sheets automatically for Battletech. This one happens to be the King Crab and its alternate version. So everything's here. You don't got to change it. The game does also include Alpha Strike cards. Then you've got your monsters, which are your Battletech's monster stats. So these are a little different. And the monsters obviously can't take the severe pounding that a mech can take. Duh. They're living creatures.
True.
So it's basically metal. Here, I can get that.
Yeah.
Later.
Keegan says they have scale creep going on. Just
A little bit. Yeah,
Slight
he's
difference.
not right. Yeah, he's not wrong. But yeah, you get your primer, your little story, which I haven't read yet. This is the first water transfer decals for your Macs
In Battletech?
in Battletech. So
Wow.
they are official. Actually, let's see if
It's
we get-
hard to see.
Yeah, get the angle right. My bad. But anyway, it actually does show Battletech, different clan, different symbols.
Oh, they're
So-
nice. They're laminated.
So this is a revamping of the inner sphere itself. You have your monsters in cards.
This is kind of cool that they have the monsters up in the corner.
So these
Wow.
are your Battletech just group monsters. So this is what came out with Mercenaries. You have it in your Mercenary box. These real generic cards, so you could do large groups. Kind of a Pacific Rim push, but not.
And
They
Telemachus
kind of
says,
do look like Pacific
any
Rims. They're
giant
They kind of,
shrimp
yeah.
cut-
We have
Got it.
dice because nobody knows what those are.
No.
So interestingly enough, comes with this bag of accessories.
Hold on. Telemachus says any giant what?
Shrew.
Sort of.
Kaji.
Sort of. I think there is something that's shrew-like. I'd have to go through the book, but so the
Well, you
bag
got
of accessories.
3 different monsters.
Yeah, 3 different sets of monsters, and I'm sure there's going to be more if they actually expand this.
So they have the miniatures for the mechs, but not for the monsters.
Right. And
Uh-oh.
interesting enough with the accessories here is your Atlas that comes in the starter box has no head.
Where's that's Atlas?
That's an Atlas, by the way.
Wow.
Head's in here. You have 5 heads. So the
Oh, you
Atlas
get
is
to
customizable.
pick.
You
Nice.
pick what you want.
That's a better looking.
Yeah,
body
so these
there.
are huge. Yeah, these are definitely
Yeah.
huge.
Well, here's your standard Atlas.
Yeah,
that I have
there we
sitting
go.
there,
that
just painted, but that's
very similar in size, not completely, but very similar.
yeah, but
But
yeah,
yeah,
it just looks more badass.
oh, it is. It's totally brutal. Wait to see stuff like the Warhammer or the Marauder. Sorry, one of my favorites. I mean,
I say that guy looks cool.
the King Crab, which is huge compared to the regular King Crab. Plus, it has giant saw blades on one side.
Oh wow.
So this, obviously, if you really like melee weapons, this game is for you. Because it does. There's a lot of melee stuff. They actually did include a really cool little tricked out stalker. So not kind of nice that they're doing something with the quads.
yeah, that is kind of cool.
I like that. The rifleman is got an interesting layout.
Yes, it does. That.
So
Is that the one that looked like it had like a cross up on its head? Yeah.
it's a radar dish, but yeah.
Wow, I'm just glancing
the
at the pictures.
Fire starter it definitely looks better than the standard fire starter. I mean, the standard fire starter is kind of lame. This thing looks tight. I mean, it really. And for those of you that are true hardcore, here's a really sickly modified Irby, and it is pretty sweet.
Nice.
Those are really cool.
These are a lot. They're kind of neater looking than the other ones, man.
The detail work is great. There's just currently a limit to what you have, and I kind of actually do hope they expand on this. I really would love to have this alongside Battletech.
I'd like to see them bring the monsters out for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, or at the very least, STL files. So
I completely agree with you, Charles. Not all 28s are 28s. Some
Yeah,
might be
exactly.
more like 25s
So-
or 30s.
here is
Oh, that's cool.
Here is the revised inner sphere. So it's the same map world. It's the same inner sphere. It's just basically, for lack of a better term, alternate reality. And then they give you some really cool
Oh wow.
artwork on the back. And here, just to give you an idea, because
Ooh.
some of the monsters, but like this dude, it's
Yeah.
it's the elemental suit. Oh, yeah.
Tyrannid.
Yeah, basically.
Honestly, a lot of them looks like
But
a
like
Tyrannid.
him, this is basically an elemental suit
Yeah.
in a sicker form. But there's some big creatures.
Nasty looking.
This. So I'm looking forward to
I want to see.
more with the monsters and stuff.
The miniature, if they can make the miniatures
Oh.
with the monsters, that'd be great.
So you have
Here is
House
a
of
quick
Blood
overview of that
Dragon.
map.
Hold on, Ash.
There's the actual map. And it's just easier. This is the universe book. So
Universe primer.
Yep. So this is literally the layout of all the description of stuff, including where the world is, the different units. Should cover. There's a lot of text. It's a lot of reading, but it's cool. Should be.
They kind of look like dinosaurs.
There's a good picture of the king crab. Yeah, they kind of
got like a dinosaur vibe.
Here's some of the alternate atlas stuff. So you can make your atlas anyways of these. People are complaining about the atlas a lot because with the salvage boxes, you get an atlas almost every time. I get why. So rule book.
Well, Atlas is, Atlas.
Well, in the world, it makes sense because you're fighting giant monsters. Why would you not have giant mechs? I mean, come
right.
on.
That makes sense.
Rule book. And the thing is, so this is your standard Battletech Alpha Strike rules with exception of it includes the special abilities for the monsters because the monsters are going to have special abilities. So it's very similar to the equipment specialties on the mechs, like in Alpha Strike and Battletech, where you've got heat missiles, you've got this, that. So the monsters are going to have specials, but it is basically Battletech rules with some changes. So it's going to cover everything. Just like
are they going to have the Alpha Strike rules in
the
that
Alpha Strike
too?
rules are in here. That's why the rule book is 130 pages.
Okay.
Quick reference cards is your.
Those are a lifesaver.
These things
Those
are,
really are
and
nice.
these are pretty standard Alpha Strike, or Battletech. This one is not an Alpha Strike quick reference. This one's Battletech only.
Well, but I mean, if it's the same rules as regular Alpha Strike, then you can use the Alpha Strike.
Yeah, exactly, because you already know. So it does come with some two-dimensional buildings, some other equipment, rough terrain, whatnot. Because it is
something to get you going.
A Gothic future, you're going to have different. And then you've got your monsters currently in two-dimensional tokens. There are some mech tokens as well. They can include one of each mech just in case you want to do it. But there are quite a few of the monsters. And I think once we get a campaign or something going with it, it's going to be fun. I mean, I still think we'll probably use the Alpha Strike rules since we can.
Keegan wants to know if you use the map to pick the correct Atlas head.
You can, but you don't have to. There are 5 different factions that have the Atlas.
Jeez.
So depending on what faction you want is what Atlas
So
head.
really it's whatever your personal
So
preference.
what's the box set run?
$100.
That's not bad.
Worth it. I think for what you
for
get.
what you get, yeah.
Considering
That's...
since I actually opened these, I mean here's your monsters. These are all the different creatures.
Are those sheets laminated?
Yes, they are.
Like
you can
it.
use dry erase. And then your mechs.
Dry erase.
They're all dry erase. Yeah.
You get like 3 of
So,
each one or something like that.
The nice thing with right now with these, this is everything for Battletech Gothic. So there's no additional mechs. There's no nothing out right now. This is everything.
This is the game.
So you've got your mech sheets for all the mechs that are available, no matter how many you want to field, because I would love to run 2 Marauders. I would love to be able to do alternates of other things.
Well, that's when, if say you have 4 people playing, 2 people want to be the monsters.
Yeah.
That's why you have those extra.
So
you could have a 4-player game. Everybody each have a model.
You could pretty much
have a model and then have a cardboard.
I did some salvage boxes. So here, for example, I'm not going to get it. There's the Marauder, or the Rifleman.
I think that guy is cool.
The Rifleman is cool, and having a second one is not bad. The one thing that is a boon / drawback with the salvage boxes is the Atlases.
Don't come with heads?
They're fixed. So I do have another Phoenix Hawk, and I'll show you here in a second on the Atlas. Generally, I bought 3 boxes. You're almost guaranteed to get an Atlas.
Oh,
one of the 5. So, and I'll take this one completely out. So these Atlases come automatically
pre-assembled
in a design. So you're already set in the salvage boxes.
Can I see that one?
So you'll have. He's even got a cape.
He does with the little sword.
Yep.
You can't see the sword, but
yeah,
that's kind of cool. He kind of looks like a king.
And then of course
they are. It's like Atlas with armor.
So this is the 70 Atlas, and then it does come with your regular Alpha Strike rules or your Alpha Strike card, but
Now, does that say what faction that one is?
No, because you can use them in any faction. But if you'll notice in the book when you go through it, some of them have their preferred design.
Well, I'll say right now, looking at this atlas, if as far as painting goes, this just gonna let you be a lot more detailed on
you
the
could
painting.
go so crazy with this
Yeah.
stuff.
That's not like the regular Battletech stuff is okay.
I
but-
was thinking my unit, I'm gonna maybe use a corn, 40K corn army paint scheme.
Yeah.
But I could also technically do Dark Angels if I wanted. I don't know if I will or not, but
you kind of, like I said, I kind of get the cover art. It's more like just I kind of get that heresy feel.
yeah, and that's
like it's a different universe, and
technically what they're
obviously.
going for. But yeah, I just
looks cool.
after opening it, I was so impressed with everything detail wise, and the fact that I would like to see expansions for this. I don't think it needs to go into the whole line like Battletech, but I would like to see more mech options. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna leave that.
they need to bring the monsters out. in the minis.
Yeah, I really do. I have a feeling the reason we don't have monsters right now is because they weren't sure how this is going to sell, because there is a lot of hate online for it. Because people either don't understand it, they're like, oh, I don't want it. It's not Battletech. It's whatever. Right. It's not Battletech. It's not your standard Battletech. Or as at
but
this
it's just a
point, we can
different
say
version.
it's not your grandpa's Battletech.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
But
It's still Battletech, just different.
It's still the same rules for what it is. I think it's fun to just take it another direction. All it is an alternate universe, really.
Yeah, but that just kind of expands the fun.
Now the scale is correct with Warhammer Epic and whatever it is now, the Horus Heresy, whatever the small scale Warhammer. So all the buildings and everything are the right scale for these mags, which means that the Epic 40K tanks would work with this game once you had stats.
Well, there you go. That's Battletech Gothic, but that looks pretty cool.
That is.
I mean, it's an interesting take, man, and the models just have more detail.
Yeah, we'll have to get an Alpha Strike game down with it. Just do a small, defense skirmish or whatever against some of the creatures. But I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, drag Keegan over and get him in on it. Each of us get a mech. Who's the new chick? Mini Wormut says, "Who's the new chick?"
Yeah.
I got online and just made a trade.
We don't talk about it.
Yes, I was told not to say anything. So Ashley got a couple of hairs cut, not just one.
Yeah.
No, it's like 4.
Like 4.
Yeah, they just grabbed a thing and went to town.
Actually, that's kind of what she did, literally.
Yeah. So she got her hair chopped.
Oh, I got probably a good 15 or 16 inches off.
I got a haircut, but I just got the same standard haircut. So Greg didn't do anything to his hair other than shorten it up. But yeah. I don't know. I think that looks pretty cool. You missed all that there, Mini Wormut.
No, Brian was probably lurking. He normally does.
Probably an upgrade. Keegan said this one probably cooks. I thought about you, Ashley.
I know.
Wow.
And she speaks Russian, eh? Mini Wormut says. Yeah. That's why she runs all the Russian tanks. Where's that little Russian commander hat?
Top drawer, I think, over there.
Yeah. Mini Wormut says it looks good, though. Hello, Clint, he says.
Hello.
Clint came back again. I told him I'd give him $5 this time. But I need to get Keegan's charge card for that. So we'll just run a tab, Keegan, if you're still listening.
Well, Keegan, I mean, he owes the granddaughter, what, $8-point-something million?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's been ticketed for messing with her desk. But poor Keegan's got to work today, or he's out and about working, he said. So
Keegan work?
Mm-hmm. Yep, got to work.
Farming Simulator isn't work.
Yes, it is. I have to work to stay awake when I watch people play. No offense, it's just boring to me.
It's funny you do some farming and in SnowRunners now. They've added the farming element to SnowRunner.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Well, the new
literally
one.
tractors and implements that you have to drag across the map.
Actually, I think Keegan's been playing SnowRunner a lot
Don't
lately.
fit on the trailer, which is annoying. That you can drive a truck you can drive the tractor up on a trailer with the implement attached to it, and you can strap the tractor down, but you can't strap the implement down. Nor can you, the one trailer that holds everything, close the ramps with the implement on there. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I'm too spoiled with roadcraft now. It's hard to play SnowRunner. It's like I can't just make a road or put a bridge here.
I think, was it Telemachus? Didn't you play the first one?
Well, first one was technically Mud Runner.
Mud Runner.
Or Snow Runner.
And then SnowRunner is the ongoing one.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm keeping up
I
on
thought it was. Maybe if not, then this other one would be interesting for you because it looks like you could do more.
You could do a lot, but Roadcraft is very story based.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, that's the point. You're trying to save a community that's been destroyed by a storm, and you're trying to get their infrastructure back up. So you're running power lines, you're making roads and filling in holes, bridges where need to be and stuff. And you're collecting Warhammer barrels.
Yeah, that was interesting, Clint. You should explain that.
Yeah, in Roadcraft, in some of the maps, you could find Warhammer barrels, literally 40k barrels, green barrels with the Imperial logo. And when you sell them, they're worth 40,000 gold.
That's kind of funny that they have that. I don't know. It's into everything now, too.
Yeah.
They've had Games Workshop's had a lot of success, man, especially with the Space Marines, too, the video game.
Yeah.
They garnered a whole lot of followers they never had before. Which is a pretty good game. I'd like to get it. It's time. So if I buy it, when do I have time to sit down and play it?
We just bought Battlefield. We can't really sit down and play.
Battlefield 6 is pretty good. I do enjoy it. It is a far better game.
I don't get shit for kills, but revives I get hell of a lot of.
Yeah, she got 69 revives in one game. Bringing people back from the dead. It's an interesting number, but she got that. Telemachus says, yeah, medic.
It does.
He says he hasn't played a video game in years. Yeah, I took quite a bit of a break from it, but Battlefield 6 was worth it for me to get back and to just have a little bit different pace of fun. Some of the stuff is they got a lot of anti-cheating in it, so it's pretty hard for these guys to come in there and try to cheat. And it's back down to the basics. It's a war game, but you get to drive tanks or Humvees or fly helicopters.
You can blow things up.
If you can fly, I can't fly.
No, I've tried flying it and I've just crashed.
I just crash. Yeah.
It's like, what the hell?
But I watch all the other players get in there and do all these
maneuvers,
tight maneuvers, and
you have no life and you can stay behind your console for 24 hours.
That's true.
Yeah,
you can do stuff like that.
The fight game, I think I've gotten to play since Thursday. I haven't played since Thursday. Thursday, I think I played 2 games or 3. That's about it.
Yeah, because we didn't have Maya that night. That was the only time you were able to.
I get a few hours on Thursday and Friday, and that's it.
Thursday and Friday.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's when everyone else is at work, and then I actually can play for a little while.
It's hard. It's hard to just find time regardless.
Yep. Anymore, I've been playing late at night just for an hour or 2. Not even 2.
Yeah, I could if I moved the Xbox somewhere else.
You had to move up from where you're at.
I mean, we have to bring our TV back here just to play.
Yeah, that's why you see it sitting on the desk. Hello, Jam Jar. How are you? Or that's why it's back there on the table.
It's kind of...
Well, your signal's better here. I don't like the whole wireless thing when you're trying to do a console game.
Our Xbox is actually hardwired into the main system.
That's the way mine is. I just don't. And that's one of the reasons why it's where it's at.
Yeah, because that one runs over here. Mine is running to my laptop.
It'll lag otherwise sometimes. I don't want to.
Well, some of the games I'm playing,
they require...
It just doesn't work as well on Wi-Fi. I mean, it works, but...
It's just not fast enough.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. It's like some of these kills that people are getting, I think their internet is just that much faster than what ours is.
Well, I for a while was doing World of Tanks just on Wi-Fi, and you'd pull the trigger and you could count to 2 or 3 before the shot would fire. And I was like, yeah, we can't be doing this.
Mini Mormon says he's reading up on a solo RPG game, Alone Against
Oh.
Fear.
That reminds me, keeping in Battletech vein, Battletech Aces will be out December. So Aces are scenario packs for Battletech, but they include all the cards for solo play.
Huh.
Did you hear that, Mini Mormon? Solo play.
So Battletech solo play, and I have all the test stuff for it. Because we got it with the Kickstarter. I just didn't want to print out the cards or the rules. But
didn't we send Brian our Battletech box? I think we did with the 2 mechs.
I don't know.
Because they were painted already.
Yeah.
I think we did. I think we sent him the original box. So we don't have it over there no more.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the original version.
Yeah, we have the big box. Oh, yeah, you need to put those back in.
Put those back too. Yeah. Now you got the clans and the mercenaries and the starter. Plus the Alpha Strike stuff, which is just Alpha Strike.
I found Maya's little boat that she was missing.
That's because,
But yeah, the Aces stuff is definitely going to be worth getting because it is in a complete set of different decks that lets you solo play.
Yeah, because we have the Alpha
Solo
Strike
play
and
is-
mercenary.
yeah.
It's
That's what we
interesting. I just didn't want to print cards, laminate them, blah blah blah, because you use the Alpha Strike cards with all the tanks. The other deck of cards, just whenever it's the enemy's turn, you just flip a card and it tells you what they do, how they should move, depending on, like, if, for example, an objective is closer to this one or that one, this mech will move towards the closest objective. If an enemy is within so many hexes of the enemy of this enemy unit, it will move towards that, or it will move towards the nearest cover.
Yeah,
if it can
so
shoot, it will shoot. It's
as long as you go off of what you draw,
yeah,
it'll be a fair game. Yeah. And solo play, I think, is very important. And a lot of people don't have someone to game with, or like they have a family and no one wants to do it.
Yeah, or time,
or they live too far away to get to, a local game store or something like that. We don't even live far from game stores. When do we have time to go to it?
I go to Rich's once every couple months now.
Yeah. I say Keegan just went up the other day and got.
Yeah, but he bought that game too. So when he went up there, the conspiracy.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I was thinking with the Aces stuff, I'll do some Battletech Gothic using the Aces cards.
Yeah, because it's just going to tell you how the enemy moves.
Tell you how the enemy is, and I would think it translates to the monsters because the monsters have the same stats as the mechs do, with it being a skirmisher, a bruiser, a sniper. Yeah. They're all the same category.
They're probably going to be similar.
So it should, yep.
If not, maybe off a couple.
Yeah, there might be.
With them being a little bit bigger, they might go a little slower.
I think that's going to matter so much. I think it's just more of certain things might not be able to do certain actions because they don't have
jumping and shit.
But
yeah.
I see that being something that's down the road for Catalyst. Also, just a humorous thing. Did you notice the part number on the game?
40,000.
That's hysterical.
These are 40,001.
40,001. Catalyst 40,000.
Oh.
So in case you want to look up Battletech Gothic's part number or model number, it's
40,000. Yep. Well, that's what I said. It's not that.
No, in your face in that one.
Huh?
That's hysterical.
I know that was funny. I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
See, that's what I mean. They seem to be everywhere, even in that video game.
Yeah,
I mean,
they are
kind of permeated everything, really.
I'm thinking Catalyst skated the legal line on this one. They're like, how close can we get? Like,
well, you can't trademark a year.
Yeah.
So,
it doesn't say Warhammer anywhere.
No, it doesn't. And Gothic is still pretty free reign territory.
You can't say.
And doesn't Warhammer predominantly do 40 and then a K?
Lately, it used to be 40,000 written out, but yeah, they shortened it mostly to 40K. Laziness and stuff.
Yeah, laziness and stuff seems to be a thing in our society, I guess. on some things.
Yeah,
But
a lot of people dog on Warhammer, but they still doesn't stop them from playing.
yeah,
It's like, you know,
that's because at its core, it's a good
it
game.
is still a
It's
good
just-
game. It's just not.
I mean, Keegan went and tried because he said he wouldn't play against my aliens anymore.
So he kept pushing for Ashley to come over and fight. And he went and bought.
He still didn't win.
But you technically can never win against Tyranids.
Tyranids, you can, but it's mostly objective stuff, and
Yeah.
it's hard. I mean, even in Space Hulk, where it was literally just Terminators versus Tyranids, in Gene Stealers, you were overrun. That was it.
Jam jar laziness.
Yeah.
Yeah. On some things, you know,
Yeah.
it kind of sticks out.
Yeah, I love Space Hulk, but you were pretty much overrun almost every time.
That's how Space Marine 2 is. It's, you know, you're the Space Marines against Tyranids.
Yeah,
It's
you're just
a never-ending.
You couldn't. Well,
There's no way. It's
you realistically wouldn't be able to win against something like that. Eventually,
it's just superiority in numbers, no matter
you're
what.
out of ammo or out of whatever.
Even the Necrons are screwed against them, really.
Yeah, imagine if that stuff was running around in real life.
I mean, it would be like Super Troopers.
Would that be a good excuse for me to go get one of those like police walking dogs like
No.
New York and all them have?
Yeah.
You see them? But
No.
you could get online. You guys look it up. You can get online. You can order them with the flamethrower for like $9,000.
Yeah. 'cause
Nope,
you
I'm
need
good.
A robot dog
But-
with a flamethrower.
So I'm thinking.
No, because they're going to control it, and your house is going to be burned down.
No. I'm thinking hunting dog. So if I go after pheasants and the dog burns the field, the birds flush, right?
Yeah.
Control burn?
Yeah.
No? Okay, well, maybe not. I mean, maybe not. But why not? We live in an interesting age where you can. I don't know. I'd like to do most of the stuff myself still. It's just one of those things.
Well, if you like the idea of solo play, look up Battletech Aces.
So check out Battletech Aces then.
Once I get it, we'll do another boxing with that too, and you can kind of see what the cards. Really, that's more of it's a scenario. So there's a map, and there's no mechs or anything. There's maps and cards and everything for the scenario, but it does include
Well, if you
all
have
the-
the cards, you get.
all the solo cards.
Most people, if they're going to want to do a Battletech stuff, they're going to have the models.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It was more as a supplement, but I like the fact that it is going to be the solo play rules.
Well, if you got a solo play game, Jam Jar says solo play sounds good to
Yeah,
me.
that's right.
I think it's important that all the games are that way because, like we've said just a little bit ago and hundreds of times, a lot of people don't have someone to game with, or they've got a family that's just not interested. So, but they want a game. So there's solo play is a good idea to have, and I think that's what helped the Fallout edition was the solo play. Board, miniatures.
Yeah. You could do solo play
You could
with
do solo play with
Wasteland
that.
Warfare.
Yeah, it was.
I wish.
I mean, a lot of the games that are coming out now are able to be solo played.
Yeah, that's kind of a built-in thing. I wish Wasteland Warfare was just a better rule system. I love, and the miniatures weren't resin because they really were fragile. Just that kind of disappointed. Now you can start getting them in plastic, which is good, but I just kind of like a little more sturdy.
Keegan just fired around at us. Solo sounds good since my neighbors down the street are always busy. Oh, well, we're supposed to be family, but if you consider me a neighbor, then you're talking about somebody else, sir. His neighbors. Now when I knock on the door, Crystal will say, "Come on in, Dad." I say, "Nope. Keegan says we're neighbors. I've got to ask permission since I'm your neighbor."
You want him dead?
Some days. I mean, but that's, of course, just leave me alone. Everybody can dream, right? So anyways, yeah, Keegan, we are pretty busy though most of the time. That's the problem. I mean, even if it's a phone call and I end up on the phone for a couple hours, there's just...
Doesn't help I don't get home until almost 8 o'clock either.
Yeah, and with Ashley's shift now, it's difficult. So Sunday she has off and Tuesday. Those are oddball days to have off. You did fire the shot clear across it there. It worked. Keegan. I was just firing one back. That's all. Because in the miniature things happen at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Right, Clint?
Yeah.
So what I did is what is it we were taught? Was it duck, dodge, dip, and weave?
Something
Like that. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a missile.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The 5Ds.
Well, I don't know. I mean, dodgeball was its own movie.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. We all learned something from it.
Yeah. We'll try to get a Leviathan's game in at some point too.
Yeah, no, that would be interesting.
We'll just do one of the starter scenarios. I'm going to try to get into the rules for that this week.
Isn't that the one Keegan wants to do?
No, that's the one. Clint.
That's one I brought over last time.
Oh, okay.
The airship ones.
Cool. Yeah.
I just haven't had a chance to sit down and read the rules. And
Because Keegan was going through the books, and I thought that's what.
No, Leviathan. He's talking about 40K Leviathan.
Okay.
That's what Keegan's talking about. This is Leviathans.
Yep.
This is
the
a
World
different
War I
game.
airships. Yep.
Yeah. That's the
Yep, I've got a German fleet. Yeah, German and Russian fleet, so we can throw down a game.
As the Russians, Ashley likes fighting the Germans.
The last few games I've played against Russian and German, I've lost.
Yeah. Like the last 5 or 6.
Yeah. If it deals with real war, I just straight lose.
I told her, I said, I'll switch
we'll see how the
sides.
card game for World of Tanks goes too, but there won't be any Russian stuff for a little while because I think the next expansion for that will be the Russians and the British.
Give me fantasy, I have no problem winning him. War-wise, nope. I can't. Every single one of the Zvezda games we've played, I've straight lost. I'll kill one or two, and then he just wipes me out.
You don't straight lose.
It's kind of zigzag.
It's a little bit of a, it's a hex-based game, so you're not going to straight lose every time.
No.
Different angles.
The angles right.
I guess they're all straight lines at some point. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying, Ash? No, I mean, it's just that World War II, there was a significant difference in tactics and armor.
Tactics, strategy, armor,
Yeah, and the Germans had the upper hand in the equipment and the strategy.
Slow, but tough.
Yeah, and they were a dominant force at the time.
I mean, really,
So,
U.S. just kind of had more superiority in numbers than so did the Russians to a degree.
We cut their supply lines, or otherwise.
Oh yeah, we won against the Germans because we were smart about it. It wasn't we had better toys.
Yeah,
That's
wouldn't have
for
been
sure.
in a Sherman, man. No.
No, thank you.
Listen to a lot of those.
I wouldn't want to be in
stories.
any of the tanks. I don't care which branch
anymore,
it was.
I wouldn't want to be in war anymore with drones and all that stuff like that. You're not
winning.
It's not the same fight anymore. Yeah.
Until somebody creates an EMP gun.
Huh?
Until somebody creates an EMP gun.
Yeah.
We're not Halo.
I know. We know all this cool exists. Nobody just does it yet.
As soon as Cortana gets here, we'll figure out a game plan.
No, because most of the men will be drooling over her.
That's right. She can fight it out with Gronk.
Yeah. And no, Ashley, not everybody drools over Cortana. You're just, how are you jealous of AI?
I didn't say I was jealous over AI.
And
I didn't say all men. I said most men.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, that's why you're wiping your mouth.
To be honest. I mean,
I thought it was an interesting component to the game.
It was a great component to the game, but yeah, that was about it.
The game itself, though, was an awesome game at the time when it came out. It was first time you could do a lot of that stuff. That was cool.
It was a pioneer for a lot of things, really.
Yeah. Well, if you notice, I don't know about everybody else, but I notice when I play video games, if it's any of the first-person stuff, boy, it all operates like Halo.
It's getting
movements are all the same. You kind of got a
standard now.
Standard,
yeah, which is fine because then Fallout 4 plays about the same way too, and it does make it easier when you transition between things.
Yeah,
that's part of it. Because that's how you sell more games.
Well, yeah, you want your new fan base to be able to at least get up and get going and play. I mean, same thing with the tabletop stuff. They're making it easy which is good.
That's what people want. It's
to a
little faster
degree.
and easier to play.
Yeah, I hear there's they're still complaining that it's too easy, but
Yeah,
I guess it'd be better that it's easy to get people into the gaming because you can always get a different, harder difficulty.
I mean, with Battletech, do you want quick and easy skirmish, or do you want realistic? Those you've got both with Battletech. Both involve math, no matter what you do.
Yeah,
but I mean, Battletech itself takes a little longer to play, but it is more realistic. You're hitting locations, you're doing specific damage. It's more of a down there in the cockpit type of situation. Where Alpha Strike is, okay, you've deleted the boxes and the unit's destroyed.
Yeah, it's just a faster.
It is, and I like both versions. But yeah, it depends on what time. Do you have an afternoon to sit down and do a full-on Battletech and track everything? Most people don't. I don't even anymore. I would love to just do Battletech, but
at that rate, you got to almost schedule a day
you
off.
have to,
or request days off to even be able to do a full-on game.
If they could split the difference on all the damage, say, on an arm. If there was half the damage, half the circles to mark, you know what I mean?
It would help.
If you shortened up how much damage each piece took, obviously a leg would take more damage than an arm or something. But
depending. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you both agree on it, you can always go and say, okay, this whatever is on there is half. Each hit you get is 2 or whatever.
You technically could take the blank sheets, mark off half the boxes, and have it.
Or each shot, that hit you mark 2 off.
Yeah, exactly. It's double, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, there's ways to do it. The nice thing with Battletech was you could build the mech, you could modify the mech, you could adjust the mech, there's rules and books on how to just tweak everything to make everything work, just like in the video game, and then you just filled in the sheets. So we always had customized mechs. That's how I had a behemoth with 4 Gauss rifles that was just a beast in the arena because it didn't produce heat. It created a whole total of 16 points of heat. The standard heat sinks in its engine covered all the heat this mech created. So with arena rules, heats were either times 4 or times 6. So firing a 15 heat weapon is just massive. You fire it once and then you don't shoot it again. When you got one that's producing 16 heat from 4 guns doing 60 damage, most everything in the arena was just slaughtered. Yeah. Until you ran out of ammo. But you put that on the battlefield and forget it. You just
walk right through.
You could carry 2 tons of ammo, which was 32 total shots, and that's it. And when you're doing a long campaign, 32 shots that miss or tweak an arm or something, you're like, that it doesn't hold up as well.
But it's just like a tank. A tank's only going to go with so many rounds, and if it fails, it fails. It's not.
Well, I mean, that's why I like Savezda, because that's whatever's on that card. If you can't get that truck back to you, you're screwed.
So that is going to be the nice thing about World of Tanks card game is you actually have to have ammo to shoot the tank. So you have to use your resources to be able to do stuff. So that's going to be interesting. Oh, I did get the ammo crates with tank shells in it. So I'm going to work on those for our tokens.
That'd be cool.
Those will be kind of fun when that comes out next month. And we look at that, and then I'll have those little token markers done.
That would be cool.
Yeah, the big tanks take 3 tank shells to fire. So if you just spend a bunch of resources to get like a Tiger out there and you ain't got enough to get 3 tank shells, it's going to sit there and be a target.
Yeah, you gotta get. I see. That's the thing with the resource-driven part of any game is you better make sure your supply lines aren't cut or that your resources are refilled, or and that's a big thing I know in the Hex Encounter community is supply lines. All the time.
That's how war worked. You really needed your supply lines.
Yeah, today's just a whole different thing, man. They can just drop tens of thousands of drones on a battlefield now.
Yeah. But also you think most supply convoys were targeted, especially certain wars. They went after the supply lines more than they went after the actual forces.
Well, yeah, because if you cut the forces supply, you could just encircle them and let them run out of food.
That's why you had the gun trucks and stuff in Vietnam, where the supply crews were armoring their vehicles because they were tired of getting shot at and attacked.
Yep. I mean, nowadays, take those drones, pack whatever you want on it. When it runs out of ammo, guess what? It's a bummer.
It's changed it. It's just like companies like DARPA and all that. You look up those things they've made for war. It's not even what it was 10 years ago. It's really, really out there what they've got, what they can do.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting. I mean, that's where a lot of the stuff you see in the movies now is out there, and I guess.
Yep, I blame Hollywood for our downfall. They give people all these ideas, and
give them ideas.
I mean, technically it's true, technically not, but
yeah,
there's a lot of technology we have now because of Star Trek and other things. So
yeah, they give them ideas to work with, and some of that is put in there that they've got so that you get used to seeing it. So when it comes out, you already have been conditioned to like accept it. It works both ways, I think. Yeah, it's pretty interesting the way things run. But yeah, I don't know, man. Interesting world. I still like all the games we play and stuff. It's just
it's
the time.
All we can do besides work, and
Well, and people have less and less money these days too. All of us do. You can look at all the reports. Look at all the fast food restaurants are complaining because their numbers are dropping and dropping. Well, one, it's just getting too expensive.
Yeah.
And two, if you're like me and you're looking at a lot of things, and I'm not talking about the media, if you forget that and just go look at what people are saying and doing.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people are just figuring out not only is it mostly cheaper to try to eat at home, it's just healthier too on a lot of stuff. So
if you can afford to buy groceries.
If you can afford to buy groceries, because even the staples are going up. So, but then you notice more and more people are gardening too. So I don't know.
There's one other thing I could say, but if I say it, then it'll happen. So we're not going to say it.
Okay,
it just refers to fuel.
Oh, then we won't say it. We don't want to say it then.
Nope. We like it where it is.
We'll just leave things alone for now. Yeah. Wait and see what happens tomorrow, but
Yeah.
It doesn't stop us. Keegan posted a little video in Wolf Brother Hobbies Mythos chat there about what was it, a gaming table, Keegan? And you said responsible purchasing in the hobby. I don't know. A lot of us just purchase. Not necessarily sure if it's responsible, but
I was going to say, I've seen pool tables that were cheaper than some of the gaming tables.
Yeah.
I've also seen some pool tables that were converted into gaming tables.
I mean, it's the same concept.
Makes sense, yeah. Oh,
the pool table will probably be built better.
The one the dude had was awesome. So he had a border that dropped into the pockets, and then these little shelving units sat over the edge, and then you used the felt centerpiece for your maps and for their D&D campaign, and then the edge pieces came out. I don't know about so far, little tables. I can't say it's only about that far. And there were little tables, and then there were cup holders, and they just
sat right.
You just drop each side into the pockets. He had like a big round, I don't know, wood or whatever base that went in the pocket, and it held this border on each side of the table.
And people had places.
And then people just had and then the DM sat at one end with he had a small table just next to it, and they just put another map over the felt for the pool table, and everyone just sat at that, and they played D&D on the pool table.
I don't see why you couldn't.
At one point, he had this really cool blue. One of the videos, he had this cool blue cloth over the pool table, and he had a giant ship in the middle, and they were doing a ship battle. I don't remember. It was a 3D printed ship or one of the ships, pirate ship types that one of the companies put out. But I mean, it was good size, I want to say it was at least 2 feet long, because their miniatures were on it, and they were doing D&D with it. But yeah, he had sea monsters coming. I mean, it was really cool.
Wow. A little bit of imagination and you can make a pretty good table, but you got to have room for it. Like this room here, I mean, there's enough for one table. We can play easy, but
you can put 2 tables on this.
I have, me and Keegan have. We put 2 of them together and then
me and you did it.
Push the chairs out.
We first started doing one-page rules.
But it doesn't give you much room to scoot around. So
yeah, you got to work with what you got.
Well, table. Speaking of that, I remember watching. This was years ago. So one of the guys made game tables, and of course he had a basement. But he made them on 4x8 sheets of plywood, and then he had like 2x4s for a base and slots. So
Yep.
him and a friend would lift the table out of each slot. One would be like a swampy water,
Yeah.
one was snow,
Yeah.
One was desert.
Yep.
And they had the tables just sitting there in stacks against the wall, so it didn't take, this much room up against the wall.
Yeah.
But they had
Just
full
grab
size.
which one are they needed.
Yeah, put them up on sawhorses, and you had this.
I say
Yeah.
we did that with Keegan. We went down in the
Well,
one basement.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about these guys
Actually, that's what
went to a lot of
Yeah,
detail
just
on
a-
the
Yeah, that was
4x8.
that was a big
table.
Yeah.
That was a big. Oh my God.
Take battle. Or Team Yankee.
Team Yankee. God, I couldn't even think of the term. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was back in Keegan's.
Yeah, because we
basement down there.
brought in like I don't know, it was a bunch of Keegans and Keegan and Greg and then us because we
Yeah.
were
It was the Russian forces versus Keegan and Greg. Yeah.
we didn't have room on that side for all our guys.
No, I pared down a bit just because there wasn't. I had a lot of small companies, but I had multiples of them because I was doing shock troop stuff, so they were small groups, so they could move more independent. But they're also T-80 tanks.
Yeah.
Those T-80s do pretty
They're
good.
they're nice tanks.
They're pretty nice tanks. They work. And the T-64 BV, I've played with that one.
Yeah.
Because of the armor on it, it does a lot better than you think. But yeah, which we have to do again. When is the next RPG game?
I don't know. We're supposed to be doing yours.
Mini Wormut and Mythos, you guys are in charge of that one. We're still sticking with that. That one we haven't started another RPG yet.
I don't have time to do an RPG.
Yeah, you have to have.
Well, we were doing Twilight with Keegan, and
Yeah.
Keegan kind of got sick and
His
tired
work,
of being the DM.
Well, I bought all the new Werewolf RPG books because they redid the old system. They just kind of refreshed it. It's still the same rules, but man, that would be a fun one to do with a small group.
Did they make the rules easier? Or?
Yeah, it's all D10s.
Oh,
So every one of your stats, you have your physical stats and you have your skill stats. And whenever you do anything, each dot that you have in that is a D10 you roll, and you need to beat a target number. So let's say your difficulty level was 6. So you might roll 4 or 5 D10s. Getting 6s or better, and the number of successes you get determines whether you succeed or not. It's a very streamlined system. I love White Wolf's
pretty simple.
rules. It's very easy to make characters because you're this race, you're this, in the case of werewolf, you're this werewolf troop, you're this auspice, so you're either a warrior or a sage or whatever, and you either human or you're a wolf, and you have in your physical attributes, you have X number of dots that you can spend on your physical attributes. You have X number of dots you spend on your skills. And then you have, when you were doing vampire, then you had a little extra for like your blood pool and a few other things. And the two games intermix because it's the same rule system.
But they were just pretty easy to.
It was just real simple to knock out a really cool character. And because some of the werewolves had like modern ones where you could actually have a firearm skill and you could have guns. I had a werewolf, what they called a glasswalker, who had twin 1911s.
That would be nice.
And he had silver rounds and he had
Twin
anti-spirit
1911s.
rounds. But he was real good with the guns, but he wasn't. He melee was not his.
Melee was not his forte.
I mean, he had like 1 dot in, so he had good dexterity. You get a 4 because your 5 is your maximum. Then you get a 4 dexterity and a 1 in like melee.
Oh wow!
So 5 dice isn't bad, but when you're needing 3 successes to do something like defend yourself, because they are now within point blank range. So eventually he learned gun fu.
He learned kung fu to get out of it.
Which he spent some points in melee, and I think we got him up to a 3 in melee, so he could do close combat with his pistols, and he upgraded to long slide 1911s with modified bottoms, which were the Kinti rails for the laser sights, but they were modified so he could parry knives and swords with them.
Nice.
Yeah, his guns were tricked out really cool. And because
so you roll 5 dice to try to get 3 out of the 5
and he was
beat
rolling
your target
5
number.
and usually difficulty average is 6, so you would roll 5 d10, needing as many 6s as you can get, but a lot of times you don't get.
Yeah, sometimes
3 or some,
5 1s or something.
The game master determines the difficulty. And so how many successes you need. He determines the difficulty target number. So if it's a really hard one, you may say, okay, the difficulty level is 8. You need 2 successes, for example. And it's not bad to do when you're rolling 10 dice. When you've got, max strength and max sword, 10 dice, you're going to generally succeed most of the time. But like with the werewolves and vampires, yeah, taking a normal sword to a werewolf or vampire does flesh wound damage. So no matter what you do, you're not really hurting them. And they generally regenerate quickly. Or in the case of vampire, they're like, oh, I'll just spend a blood point because I've got like 50. I think the maximum they could have was like 20 or 30. But you just spend one, really... and then when your blood pool's low, you just feed off somebody or even an animal and you replenish some of your blood pool. But you still can't go out in the sunlight.
Yeah.
So awesome game system. I would love to do an RPG with that, but it would have to be a time when I could get everyone together and I had the free time, and I would do a 2 to 4 night campaign that was just a small scenario where everyone kind of came together to do a certain objective or whatever, and then that would be that.
Mito hasn't shown up yet.
Yeah, many Wormwood's asking about Mythos. Well, I do know Mythos, last I heard, he's working like 6 days straight, so wasn't getting a lot of sleep, and he's on the road again for his company.
Again?
So he just may not be able to make it. Gotta take it easy working like that too. I know what that's like. It's just
he travels.
It's not worth it anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind working from home. That at least allows me to get things done to a degree when I'm not busy dealing with stupid things. And believe me, we're getting the cream of the crop for calls lately.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you don't have an online newspaper if you can't even turn your stupid iPad on or off.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're supposed to turn this off? Yeah. You're supposed to turn them off once in a while. Like they just, I understand old people. I get it that technology is not everybody's friend. But when your kid gives you an iPad, please teach them how to use it.
Yeah.
Some of them don't even know what an app is. Like, it's an iPad. The thing runs on apps.
That's all it does, yeah.
So you need to know what an app is. You need to know how to download apps. You need to know how to do. You can't. And then they get mad when we can't just make something work. I'm like, it's your iPad. I have no control over your iPad.
When I was working there with you, I remember I would get calls when when they first rolled it out. My digital newspaper wasn't delivered to me today.
Yeah, we're still getting that.
I'm like,
we finally got Liz to stop sending the courtesy emails to people.
Yeah, because that was messing them up.
Yeah, because people were demanding credit when they didn't get their email. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And now she's telling us, oh, well, we could send this to people as a PDF and we would just email them the PDF. Then why didn't you do that in the beginning? Oh, wait, no ad revenue when you do that.
Yeah, and if you do send it that way, are you going to be able to send a file that large?
Yeah,
well, it's all text. You should be able to, I guess.
No, there's still image and stuff, but for the most part, what I think the idea is it just links directly to the online PDF. They upload it as a PDF instead of a website, and they just do that. I'm like, well, then do that and stop. Then everyone gets an email. They click on the email link. End of story. It's like people don't get the concept. You're logging into a secure website. You're logging in. Well, I've never had to do that before. Yes, you have. You wouldn't have access if you hadn't. So
what are you doing back there?
I get tired of that. I realize technology is not everybody's forte, and there are some people that truly do try to understand. But it's like, if you're going to get this piece of technology, understand how to use it. At least know how to turn the thing off or on.
Easy. Today it's easy to use that technology. You can just talk to it
until something doesn't work. Yeah.
Well, the technology is flawed. That's why IT departments make all that money, and they make a lot of money. And it's kind of funny because people will get upset and go, "This shouldn't fail." I'm like, "Well, but it does fail." That's why things are. That's why customer service is there. And
I have no idea whose car is going off.
I don't know. Someone's car alarm's going off in the distance.
Hopefully I didn't bump something in my pocket.
No, you would hear if
That's-
it's up here.
it's
That's
up.
that way.
Across
Yeah,
the street
yeah.
out there.
I know because sometimes I'll move wrong and it'll set the alarm off. I'm like, seriously?
See, Brian said, well, someone needs to get game going. I thought Mythos already gave you our next part, and you were waiting up on the other group, the Wolves or whatever the hell it was.
But he's saying we should be getting a game going. Game. Yep.
Oh, we're
We have
planning on trying to get one tonight.
we have been playing Battlefield 6, so maybe that doesn't count, but yeah.
I streamed it.
Yeah, you did stream it the one night. You should have streamed the one where you got all those revives. I've never
I
seen
would
anybody
do
get
that
those.
with mine, but like nobody would tune in because it's Thursday morning or Friday morning, and like
I think
everyone's
I
at
had
work.
3 people
But
watching.
you don't
Yeah.
know, but then there's other people that are in
But you know what's funny? I will log in at 9 a.m. on a Thursday morning, and I will be playing Roadcraft. And all of a sudden, Keegan's online.
It depends on the week. Sometimes if he's working nights, he'll be on.
He will, because I see him on. I mean, like all last week, it's several times he logged in.
But if it's
Tell me when he logs in.
sometimes it's the kids.
Oh,
They'll get
okay.
up on the Xbox,
Okay,
but
that
to
makes
play
sense.
some of the other games, they have to have Keegan logged in.
Okay, that makes sense then why it would be coming up randomly like that.
Mini Wormwood says video games. Bah.
Yeah,
Well, you
yeah.
know,
You don't have
sometimes,
time for so much.
but I can sit down and play a game of Battlefield in 10 minutes. You know, there's 10-minute matches and stuff. I can't really do that with a tabletop game. Although,
No, we gotta get Trench Club done.
yeah, I wanted to do the one with Blimp 2, Wings of Glory with our.
No, I got my ass handed to me the last time.
That was. Well, you do it again, and you could be the Germans.
I don't want to be the freaking Germans.
Wow. See?
I haven't played Wings of Glory in a while.
Yeah, and I bought a Blimp.
Yeah, but I have very little World War One stuff left. I only have a few things left for World War One, and it's mostly what come with tripods and triplanes.
Which is a good game, and we
Yeah.
should do that one again.
That one, I need to get on Miniature Market and get the other 2 aliens.
I thought Ares did release more of the.
Yeah, it didn't.
They need to, when they do a game, they need to
They need
follow
to
through
support
with
it. Yeah, it's
They'll come out with a really good game, Ashley.
yeah, and then there'll be no
You
support.
stuck me back
for
here
it
by all
for-
the toys.
Would you like
Ever.
to scoot up?
You stuck me back here by all the damn
I didn't
toys.
stick you back there. That's where you chose to sit.
Yeah, it's like Sales of Glory where there's just nothing, no support for it after.
Yeah, and that was a really nice game.
And-
Nicely done.
Yeah, we gotta do a sales glory too.
We got to do a lot of them. We talk about it all
Because
the
the
time.
Kraken
It's
over there needs to be played with.
He was just out there. Only video game Mini Wormwood says he would think about playing again is World of Warcraft, but then after a week he might get bored again.
I don't even know if that's still really going.
Oh yeah, World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never.
It's still.
There's
big
one
thing.
that's similar to World of Warcraft. It's on the phone. It's a Raid or something like that.
Oh,
It's the
yeah.
makers of World of Warcraft.
I was at one point going to do Skyrim and then just never
I
got around
liked
to it.
Oblivion. I didn't like Skyrim.
I will play Skyrim if I can have X01 Power Armor. I mean, yeah.
You will do what?
I'll play Skyrim if I can have X01 Power Armor. If Skyrim and Fallout are the same platform, it's just, yeah. Like,
Power armor
I'm
from
sure at some
Fallout
point
is-
you could get a mod to do a Power Armor in Skyrim.
do a crossover.
Probably. There's mods
Portal
everywhere.
opens and
Yeah. Oh, I would love having hordes of goblins or something coming at me. I'm just like,
Brotherhood of Steel.
Dead.
What is that?
and mini nuke.
That would be a
No more orc horde.
I tried doing the Fallout again. I think it was 4 that I tried playing. And I gave up on it.
Oh, I still play it
I
every
went
now and
pretty
then.
far on that one.
But
for a
I've
while.
really gone
No, I
through
didn't like
almost
that.
everything.
I was okay. I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. You run to the bunker. You get shoved into these
Yeah, that's just
things,
the
and
start.
then you wake up and your wife
Yeah.
dies. It's
Yeah.
like, come on, that is
Yeah, but you
messed
get
up.
to have revenge later. And when I say revenge, I'm talking Gauss rifle round to the face revenge.
There's revenge, and then there's
Oh, dude, when you go through taking out the guy that stole the kid, when you have the pistol that I have that just it's like a machine gun pistol. Yeah, he's like two seconds, he's dead. It's just like he's this great boss battle, and you just go and he's gone.
It's done.
And when his buddies pop in and teleport in, you're just like done. The first time I went through with a Gauss rifle, we're talking Gauss rifle, things like this massive, large, high energy. It just poof, one shot, dead.
Done.
I'm already coming through their next 01 power armor anyway. It's like I love they're all like, oh, you can't stop me. I'm like, dude, I'm in freaking experimental power armor and you're in my face.
Yeah.
What the? Like, my fists do electrified damage. What do you? I can jump in the air and land and send a shockwave that will kill you. Shut your pie hole.
Yeah.
It's just.
It makes it.
But it's also funny when you're in the institute and it's all pristine and scientists are all this and you're walking around in giant power armor and they're all like, oh, this and nobody's even acknowledging you're in giant power armor.
Just wandering around.
It's like, I can jump off the second balcony and take out all your guards in one shot. Like, nobody in this facility is a challenge for me. Nobody.
See, then that's not where that gets boring to me.
Oh no, that gets fun.
That's where
There was, so on playthrough 4, I decided to stand on the highest balcony next to the elevator with the anti-material rifle and just snipe everybody. And I tell you what, that was fun because they all come rushing at you. And when you're sitting there with an anti-material rifle that's almost as tall as you are, everything's going down in one shot. I mean, it's the same as going into Diamond City and shooting one of the guards with a pistol and then getting on the roof with a Merv and just lobbing it into the center of Diamond City, killing everyone. Not so smug now, are you?
Clinton, he enjoys that.
Oh, well, sometimes you make a mistake when you're doing things and you accidentally shoot the wrong person.
You scream.
Sometimes the wrong person gets hit in the middle of a firefight, and now all of a sudden you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
I hate that when I'm in the middle of some colony firefight and you accidentally hit one of the colonists, and then they all start turning on you. I'm like, I will just waylay this colony down. I did. The one colony, I literally just, fine, I'm just going to mow everybody down. And other than the 2 or 3 NPCs that are supposed to be in that colony, and then all of a sudden you leave and come back and they're friendly.
Yeah. I know.
Like, well, this colony had 22 people in it, and then a raider group hit, and one of you turned on me. Now this colony has 3 people. Oh, well.
But they were friendly next time around.
Oh, they were real friendly. Like, that's right. You better be friendly.
Your wife goes by while you're playing this game, and you're screaming, yeah, that's right. I'm canceling your subscription to life.
Evie would do it, too. I don't know where she got that from.
Nope.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I don't know where Evie gets her traits from. It's a mystery. I'd say it's Clint's fault, though.
Yeah, well. Got to teach him right.
You got to teach them right. You get your kids outside.
Yeah, they're up in the ditch.
Having fun and playing, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, some of the craziness. But...
You
we
can
can't
really-
do it in real life.
What are they doing?
They're having fun. They're just out there running.
Yeah, they're
Their
wrestling.
kids out there just running and having a good time.
Middle school boys.
But may as well do it now because it's going to get
it's gonna
cold
get
pretty
cold.
soon.
It's already starting to get cooler.
Oh, I know. This morning sucked.
It wasn't too bad this morning, though, but
I thought we were going to get more weather than we did yesterday, but because it really looked like it was going to do something, but it didn't.
it will, though, at some point.
Yeah, it will.
I removed all the tomatoes out of the garden, and
Yeah, but you started pulling most of the stuff.
no, I pulled all the plants.
Yeah,
and it's just
Well, it
gonna.
says it's going to be raining.
Mom's going to
Ooh,
pull hers here pretty soon, too. Yeah.
Thursday's going to be a little chilly. Or Tuesday, I mean.
Yeah.
Why? What's it
Fine.
supposed to be?
49 is the high.
No. Yeah.
What's the
It's
low?
not bad. Yeah.
36.
That's not cold.
Yeah, and we're going to head up north next couple weeks for a
Oh, yeah.
weekend. So we'll
Wednesday,
see how that goes.
low is 34. Thursday's low is 33.
Well,
What is
it's gonna.
Saturday going to be?
I don't know. We'll have to wait.
Well, we have that wedding to go to.
Yeah, but a wedding's going to be inside,
I don't know.
or is it outside?
I think theirs is outside.
Might be chilly.
That's
Take a thermos of coffee. Many more months at 70s there. You got a lot of rain, though. I noticed in Arizona in the last week. There,
Yeah, it's been a little wet
severe
there. It's
flooding
not.
in certain areas. Yep. And Alaska got hammered. That
Yeah,
wasn't even really
that
on the
doesn't surprise
mainstream
me.
news, but boy, did they get
did,
wiped
yeah.
out.
It happens there every now and then, but it's
supposed to rain tomorrow.
I hope not.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
says.
we kinda
25%
need-
Tuesday too.
we need the ground to be somewhat moist when the frost line comes in, so that we don't want the ground completely frozen. That causes water line breakage and other stuff.
Well, it's gonna be 49 Tuesday, but it's only gonna feel like 38.
Yeah,
That's gonna
I don't
suck.
know. I'm gonna be inside the whole time, so
Clint's walk to work is, from one room to another. Well, you got to go to the kitchen to
I
get
got to
your
go downstairs
coffee
to get
and
coffee
then
and
go
come back up. So I mean, there's that, good 45, 50 seconds there. Go down
travel
and-
time.
Yeah, travel time, and then you got to wait for the Keurig to warm up the water for.
When I was
30
doing that
seconds.
here, when they sent us home during the whole COVID thing and everything, it was like you walk out into the front room, me being me, I'd be like, I'm home.
Mhm.
And that was funny day one, but
Yeah,
after a
He
while,
did that numerous times.
she's like, "Will you stop doing it?" I'm like, "Well, didn't you hear the car pull up? You're walking from the other room." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." It was kind of weird.
yeah,
But I knew as soon as they sent us home that there was a good chance that was going to be.
yeah.
I mean, once they realized the money they saved shutting the building down, why go
Yeah.
back to it? It was like a
Although-
test run for them.
People are still in and out of the office. It's kind of mandatory for everyone but us. So
To go to a office.
yeah, they have to go into the office once or twice a week
Where's the office at? now?
downtown.
Is it still the same building?
It's in the third. It's
Well,
Third Street and third.
Yeah.
Was it Third Avenue and
Third
Second Street? Second Street.
I thought
Third-
another company took that over there, redoing all that stuff.
Yeah, that building's gone.
Yeah.
I'll say they rebuilt
Yeah, that building
on
is
that one.
Ingersoll Rand. No, the other one is just the down. It's the old whatever building where we had. That's one next to Theater Cedar Rapids, but it's a Guarantee Bank building. I couldn't think of it. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
that lower
third
level.
and two, or second and
Yeah,
third.
yeah.
It's Third
And
Street,
that
Second
office
Avenue.
is not big enough for.
A lot of people.
Well, you can't even have all the reporters there. There's no room. I mean, there's maybe 12 desks there, if that.
Yeah, but it's cheaper. That
It's-
whole big
yeah, it's a
building
lot
they
cheaper,
had
yeah.
before was
Yeah.
expensive, and
Well,
Did they have the whole building though?
yeah, they used. Well, yeah, they owned it for a long time. Then they sold the building and rented it.
they had a 95-year lease,
Yeah,
and it was coming up 7 years short of 95 or something.
yeah, something like that.
They got out of the lease, and then that's when they sent us all home. But that's all good. It was just shorter trip to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So, although I kind of miss this little package of donuts I get out of the machine. But
Yeah.
I did have it at home.
Brian
I
couldn't
know.
work at home.
I don't miss an office. I really don't.
Minnie Warmont says, I don't think I can work at home. Distractions. Yeah.
There's not that many where I'm at.
Well, you don't have little kids running
That's
around.
true. I don't
It-
anymore.
Yeah, it would all depend on what you had to do. But
Most time everyone's gone.
Johnny.
hello, Johnny. How are you, sir? We're just I don't know.
Chit-chatting.
We're chit-chatting
Yeah.
now. And so we were talking about Battletech Gothic, so you should rewatch the first part. But well, I'm sure you already know all about Battletech Gothic because Johnny is a big time Battletech guy.
Well, then he probably, yeah.
So the
If
models,
he hasn't
though,
looked into it, he needs to.
the models are really cool.
They are. They're really nice.
A lot nicer than the standard Battletech.
I'll look in a little bit and see if I can't find something similar to those monsters.
Oh, I'm sure there's some D&D or something that's close. They kind of look like some of the creatures from Iron Kingdoms, but the scale would be way off.
Well, I have the 3D printer. I can probably scale them up or down.
Oh, we hated it. It was the worst thing ever.
Johnny says, "What'd you think?"
No.
Clint says, "We hated it."
Here,
Worst
flip the
thing
camera real quick, and then you can see the miniatures again. I'll move the.
Yeah, you're good.
I mean, there's your.
You got it.
Now, here. What is going on? There it goes.
There you go.
You just gotta pull it.
Yep. There's the Gorebox miniatures with the headless Atlas.
He said, "Did you notice the SKU number for Gothic?" Yes,
Yep.
we did.
We mentioned that earlier.
As soon as Clint pulled the box up, first thing that I thought of, Johnny, and don't get mad at me, was, "Wow, this looks like Horus Heresy." That's just the first thing I thought of. But it's the artwork that made me think that. But it's it's definitely Battletech. It's just the models are cool.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
And the SKU number is 40,000.
Yeah.
We can't talk too much about 40K because
Brian's in here.
Brian thinks that I'm a 40K fanboy.
You are.
Not really. It's Clint's
Not
fault.
like we used to be.
Clint's fault. He's the
That's
one that
true.
gave me the Space Marines.
Yeah.
But you could have switched.
I didn't want
Picked
to.
a little bit more manlier one.
What's wrong with them?
They're blue.
Ultramarines.
They're the Ultramarines.
They're like the generic Space Marines. I mean, they're like
They're discounted.
they're the Timu of Space Marines.
the Timu Space Marines. Thank you, guys. Well, if anybody's listened to this long enough, they finally got a funny out of listening. So, yeah. You're going to do a boxing in Gothic very soon.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we did tonight.
Yep.
It's,
I think it'll be worth it, and would love to get some scenarios going with it. Plus, with the new Aces stuff coming, we'll have some solo stuff going.
Yeah, Clint was talking about that. So those packs ought to be good too.
Yeah.
What do you think about it, Johnny? You're a big time Battletech guy, like Die Hard. Many more messages just finished.
Wait, which cult? You gotta be more specific.
I said there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of cults.
Yeah.
Wait, Brian
Gene's
painted
cult,
Warhammer.
Yeah, he was probably bored.
Maybe. It 40K is full of
Yeah, I agree.
full
on
of
the Aces
cults,
stuff.
religion, and all sorts of stuff. I thought it was quite interesting. But yeah, Johnny says he can't wait for Aces.
I have the Kickstarter, all the Aces stuff that was provided in the Kickstarter, also all PDF. I just haven't printed it out or anything. Yeah, they are, except for the scale's a little off on some of them. But
Well, not
bad.
necessarily, because these guys look like they're bulked up. So they're gonna be a little bit bigger.
But when you put a Marauder against the Marauder in this one, it's noticeably different. It's just some of the bigger ones, like the Atlas didn't look too bad. The King Crab is way bigger.
But
way
if
bigger.
they're fighting these monsters, so maybe that's the whole purpose.
Yeah,
they are gonna be a little bit bigger. They're gonna be bulkier. It's just that the thing.
Yeah. Johnny said the setting's okay. The minis are great for his pirate faction.
Yeah, it makes sense if you're doing periphery stuff. It would work great for periphery.
Maybe Ormond said it's from Blackstone Fortress, which was way back. See there, Mini Wormut? No matter what you do, you can't get away from it. Somewhat. I don't know. I will say one thing again. When I had to sell off some of my 40K, I still got pretty decent money back for it.
Yeah.
I didn't do too bad.
You don't
getting rid
right
of all
now, though.
Slanesh. The Slanesh.
You did.
No, I'm saying those ones. I think I got $50 off that. It was only in one box.
Yeah, you really don't.
But you recovered what you spent. Although they got them painted, but
I'd say they got it painted for not much more than what I bought the box for.
a handful.
It was the Death Guard.
Those got good money.
Yeah, those got a decent amount.
I sold one of these Harlequin unique characters sealed in the box. The ones that are like $40 for the single figure. Listed on eBay 3 times, sold for $5. And it had to be relisted twice before it sold. Just people are not.
Well, right now, yes.
Yeah, now is just a terrible time.
Now is a bad time to sell anything. Johnny says he needs to figure a faction paint scheme for the Gothic minis.
I would look at some of the Chaos Army stuff, to be honest. I'm kind of.
I'd say with the Gothic, I'm thinking like gold.
Well, I was thinking
and-
Corn, the Corn Army paint scheme.
Ooh, yeah,
The
that
dark
would be
reds
the
and
dark.
kinda what
Yeah,
the
the
box
the
art
blood
blood
reds.
reds.
Yeah,
and
that's
golds.
kind of what I was thinking. Or what's the other chaos faction that's black and something else?
Mechanicus.
No, not the
No.
Adeptus Mechanicus. Although those are cool paint schemes.
Well,
too.
there was one I was looking
There's,
at that was
It's a
Space
Chaos
Marines, but they
Force.
were the metal. God, what the hell were they? They had
Oh.
the dragon that I wanted, babe. Rich had it.
Oh, I know.
Was that the
They looked like Space
Jeez,
Marines,
yeah.
but they were
they
kinda-
generally gold colored?
gold and black.
Yeah, it's the Emperor's Chosen or whatever.
Something like that, yeah.
His personal guard or whatever.
Yeah, but there was it was all metal.
Yeah, they had
was
a cool
really
thing.
Well, all
cool.
gold ones basically are custodies, but
It
Yeah,
wasn't
that's what it
custody.
is. Yeah, I think it was.
No.
I know what you're talking about. You'd have to, you know what? You'd
I'm
have to
looking
next
it
time
up
we
real
go
quick.
back to Rich's. Mini Warmont says he needed it for a player on the Star Wars 5 parsecs game. That works. I mean, you can interchange.
Well, yeah, that
some
one
of
was
it.
pretty universal. So
There's so many STLs out there now that you can kind of get a lot of.
yeah,
You
But
can
you
get
got
a
a whole bag
mixture
of STL tanks for Battletech.
Yeah, tank. I want to say thanks a lot to Clint for giving me this bag of tanks.
Tanks for Battletech.
Thank you,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
a bunch of just 3D printed Battletech tanks.
The Chaos Knights.
The
Ah,
chaos
okay.
lines. So
That
they're
makes sense.
chaos.
Oh yeah, that
So Johnny, look, a bunch of little
3D
tanks,
printed tanks.
3D
for-
printed tanks. What do you got in here? Like a dozen?
Oh yeah, probably. I mean, they're duplicates. Some of them are the same. There's I think 3 of each, but some little vehicles and
Yeah,
just little 3D printed ones.
just a bag, and they're all on basis
Yeah.
with the Chaos Space Marines. Johnny says he's thinking of base coating it in silver and dry brushing a color on top, make them look very used.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could.
Make them look like they've been through a battle.
Or you could paint them a base color and then dry brush, real light dry brush the silver over them, and then maybe dry brush some rust color or something to that. I found the reveiw rust, and then when you do the one mud wash for Citadel, that makes a great rust color.
Agrics, Earthshade.
No, not
It's
agri.
like dirty.
No, it's
What was I thinking
the
of?
oh geez, not the Null and Oil, but the other.
I have used Vallejo.
Yeah, I just don't know,
Rust
just-
Watch. It's the
Yeah.
oxide look. Well,
Yeah,
if you take the
Mm.
orangish rust paint,
Yeah,
it doesn't look that good until you wash it with this. Then it looks like
that's
it's
that's
rusty,
why
but you gotta
the one rust,
kind of dry
yeah,
brush it over.
the one that's Citadel. Once it comes out real orange, and when you do the wash over it, man, it makes a great rust color. I did it
Yeah.
on some trains and stuff for World of Tanks, and it worked well. But I can't think of it. Maybe this reveiw rust might be the color that's the orange, and then oh jeez, yeah, maybe it's
It might be
mud.
that. And then what's that other company? AK.
Oh well, yeah,
Let's
AK
make
is.
some.
I thought.
It's Chaos Space Marines is what the ones I was
It
thinking of.
has that like mechanical looking.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many you can get. I thought AK was owned by Leo, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just use the same bottles, and that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. The Chaos Space
Yeah,
Marines.
so I mean,
Black, gold, and red.
that would be kind of a cool color scheme too. I don't know. I haven't really
Yeah, but
thought.
Where's that dragon at?
I don't know where the dragon is. That's what I was looking for, but
It was
Those-
in the box set
yeah.
that you were looking at.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do on the Gothic side of it. I haven't decided yet.
I think your idea of using the corn color stuff.
I think it'd
would
be
look
kind of
good.
neat.
Well, because that's kind of what they've already done. Look,
Yeah,
it
that's.
looks
I mean,
pretty
that's part
damn
of it.
good.
Yeah,
I mean, the way it is.
we'll just have to see. I'll figure out a paint scheme and then do the Marauder first, because that'll be the command unit anyway.
Either way, though, Johnny, it's good. The models they look pretty cool. There's more detail on them
Yeah.
too, I think, and so it'd be more fun to
The
paint
Helldrake.
those. The Helldrake,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Helldrake.
yeah, that's a big one.
It's not that bad. $75 for.
Well, no, it's not terrible, but everything for Warhammer is so expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
a Land Raider's $90 now or something like that.
Look on Walmart.
Yeah.
They're actually selling them.
Yeah, they do, but sometimes when you go to order, it's not there. The listing's there, but they don't actually have them. I bet a lot of stuff get canceled, but
That's a cool looking guy.
yeah, they have some.
Yeah, he is. They're big too. That's what you need to fight along with your Tyranids to go after Keegan stuff. But I mean, things are just it's hard to come up with $50 or $70 anymore.
It is.
And
that's why I like the 1-page rules where you can get the whole group for $20 to $30 bucks. And then as long as you have a 3D printer or know someone who can print them, you just print the living hell out of them.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, all the Ratmen I did are all 3D printed. Both of those boxes are all 3D printed. Most of my Tyranids are 3D printed. Granted, they're not exactly the right ones, but they're close enough to it.
I need to get mine going to do more terrain. I should be printing terrain while I'm working every day. I'm sitting there with the 3D printer right next to me anyway. I should be just printing off at least one piece of terrain every day that I'm working.
Yeah,
I just set it and go and leave it. And if something's wrong, I can address it. But
I mean, these got a little warped, but
yeah,
that's stuff that those are basically kind of like the same rocks.
Yeah, kind of.
What is it?
The little rock pieces that Ice Wolf sent us. All that Battletech stuff. They're not actual Battletech, but they're pretty close.
Yeah, but now you can get the files for all that Battletech terrain.
So I have the trees. I gotta try to plant.
Yep, I even
print and see.
Yeah, I'd like to print more of the trees, and then I can just paint them.
I can't find them. You can never find them in stock.
The one,
the ones that you have.
Yeah, but the file comes in the starter. You purchase their starter file kit, and it comes with the trees.
Okay.
And you just 3D print the trees. So that's what I was thinking about doing, is just 3D printing a whole
Those
freaking
trees
forest
are
of trees.
So nice.
They're awesome. And now, then I can just paint them whatever.
Well, you could. You're there anyways.
Yeah, that's why I said I need to just start doing that. And all I got to do is change the screen in my tray.
See, I need to get a new actual base because mine's all scratched all to hell. It got gouged somehow.
What?
Yeah.
The tray that they sit on, the middle piece. There's a nice big gouge.
You need a new one on that.
We've had this for almost a year and a half, man.
End scale trees for Battletech is those things shed like crazy, and I get tired of cleaning up the mess. So unless you can find a British or German company that makes plastic trees for model railroad, it's all the stuff that's just gonna leave crumbs everywhere. I just don't like doing that.
Johnny said, I'm thinking of base, coating it in silver, and then dry brushing color on top, making them look used.
Yeah,
it would look very used, and then you do a dark wash over
dark
that.
wash or like a copper.
Yeah.
To make it look kind of rusted.
Depending on the subject, that would
make
cool.
it used,
Yep.
Down towards the bottom, use like muddy kind of color. Let's see. He also said I use N scale trees for Battletech.
I mean N scale Battletech is actually technically Z scale, which you almost find no Z scale stuff for trains anymore. But N scale trees would work, but everyone I come across, they shed so badly that
Johnny just says his have not shed in a year.
It depends on the trees. You can get just plastic ones that don't, but like I said, it's a British or German company that makes those trees.
Well, didn't the Hextech, those don't shed?
No, those don't. And that's why I want to do the Hextech more.
I thought those were more like rounded.
Yeah, they're just, they're kind of, but a lot of the train stuff is
you have
tree and
the actual flocking.
Yeah, and I just, it's always a mess, and I just got tired of dealing with it.
You might have to go and take like the spray scenic glue.
Yeah.
And kind of spray over
then
it.
It looks weird, and sometimes it works great. But sometimes you get lucky and get some of the Christmas display trees that are the right scale too, and they're all just plastic. But most of the time, those are going to have snow on them. But I have seen some that are small enough for like
I
at
would
Menards and
say
everything.
look at like right now. I know there's not a whole bunch, but like the Halloween stuff, it's
Yeah.
gonna be dead probably that you could probably use.
Yeah, the AliExpress stuff, but right now, I hear it's hard to get stuff from AliExpress. Of course, I see that on the RC forums more than anything else. A lot of people get AliExpress stuff for RCs.
Yeah, and
And
Johnny
it's just hard to get them right now.
Well, a
just
lot of the
saying
stuff's
that-
being shipped from China.
Yeah, AliExpress is China. It's the same as Temu, basically.
pretty much.
Dude, the Temu, like, once this tariff crap is done, there are so many buildings for the monster miniatures, the monster displays like that one on his desk, that are just ruined city buildings. They're super cheap. It's like you get this whole like small cityscape for like $12, and they're really cool. But getting them is tricky right now.
It's going to be the hardest thing is to actually.
I'd love to get some just to put with my 30-minute mission stuff, but it would also work for some of the bigger scale terrain.
Well, like AliExpress, it's is what Johnny was mentioning.
That's.
But I'm wording this for people who listen on the podcast when we put it there. It's just about 1-inch trees work from there. But
so 1 inch will work for Battletech.
I mean the trees, so they don't have to be exact. But yeah, they'll work.
He's just saying that
because that's not very big. Well, I mean,
No.
I guess they're supposed to be giant. So I guess that would.
It's about the right scale. It makes sense. And probably the ones from AliExpress probably are all plastic or just not really flock like what we get. Problem is around here, all you get is the model railroad stuff, and yeah, it sheds like crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that. But a lot of the railroad stuff just doesn't seem to work for the games
It works.
I do.
So HO scale stuff works great for World of Tanks miniatures. It's
Yeah.
almost the right scale. It's not exact, but it's close. N scale's too small. So HO works great, but again, I don't want sheddy trees.
Well, he's saying for his Battletech.
But for Battletech,
stuff.
yeah, that
So the end scale is just a little bit
N is
smaller.
really good. Yeah, the buildings aren't right. I mean, the buildings are the right scale, but they're the wrong era. There are very few N scale buildings that are right for Battletech.
I mean,
Yeah.
Battletech, you can
Sure,
make
it's like
it, 5,000. You can make it
Yeah,
near 10,000 if you
Well,
wanted,
that's why I like
depending on
Hex Tech stuff. Yeah,
what it's going to be.
Well, Hextech stuff is
I need
really
to-
nice.
I need to
Nicely done.
purchase the.
Oh, he's saying the
versions.
AliExpress ones are flocked.
Yeah, I've not seen them, so
And that they have not shed.
yeah,
he
maybe
said.
that's just done differently than here. But the ones here are
They might
terrible.
use a different flocking.
Yeah,
they
could
could
be.
use a different glue. You just
Hard to
don't
say,
know.
yeah.
I mean, I know with some of the stuff that I've flocked, like the Timberwolf up there
Yeah,
that he got from the big one.
yeah.
I took because there's flocking at the bottom. I went and used the Scenic spray glue
Yeah.
Greg bought. I don't know how long ago, but I just spray that at the bottom and it kind of just settles.
Yeah.
But it dries clear.
It does, but
And then I
sometimes
haven't
it'll
had any
still-
of it fall out.
Johnny says he'll post a link on Facebook for him. And Walkabout says, "Yay, got my Wi-Fi back."
Nice. Welcome back, Wag.
Yeah, I just need to get the 3D.
I kept trying to
3D
tell
files.
Walkabout.
I'll look and print one and see if it's close. And then if it is, we'll just. I don't have a problem. Most of the time, I'll just keep
Well, I
my eye out
just-
there.
Figure if we had the files, we could just print tons of them because they'll have the hex base and everything already in, and
I believe so.
we can just do a giant forest if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
Johnny says they're cheap too.
I
Yeah,
bet, yeah.
AliExpress. I mean,
Sometimes you get what you pay for.
sometimes you get
Well,
what
I mean, that's anything.
you
Yeah.
gotta kind
but I've got a lot of RC stuff, not off Ali, but the other one. I can't remember what the other one is right now. And
Timu?
not Temu.
Wish?
No, it's for RCs.
Oh.
And it's been just fine. I've not had any problem with. I mean, when you're ordering an aluminum bumper or something, it's aluminum. Who cares?
it's a bumper. Charles says my daughter picked up a little package of trees for me. I didn't use them because they shed like all hell one day. I was going to take them
Yeah.
outside and fry them with the clear sealer.
Yeah.
Or spray them with the clear sealer.
Yeah, you could do that.
You
Get like a
could.
clear
It's-
non-gloss, a matted gloss,
Yeah.
and kind of spray it over. just to lock it all in. That's an idea.
It's sometimes, but you'll find multiple handling, it'll still come apart eventually. But
yeah, inexpensive, not
cheap.
We
quality.
know. We know what you meant there, Johnny. You said you're saying inexpensive, not cheap quality. Yeah, and AliExpress is okay. I was looking at some of the stuff.
Some things are okay. Some things are.
Yeah. Well, it depends too. It'll say
Jordan.
if it's based in your country or not. Like they have a lot of shipping centers here in the United States.
Yeah, something like Injorna does actually have a U.S. facility. Yeah. Injorna is the Chinese RC part stuff. A lot of their aluminum parts, like suspension pieces for the RCs and stuff, they're just fine and they're cheaper. I have no problem using their stuff. It's basically the same.
Do not tell Keegan that. He spends enough money on those RCs. He went and found a tractor that didn't even work and didn't tell Crystal.
Oh,
remember when he got that John Deere tractor and had it ripped apart up on the table?
Yeah.
Crystal was mad.
Walkabout says, I spray sealed my trees from China. Yep. Yeah.
I just, at this point, I'm just going to 3D print the Hextech ones.
I'm saying the Hextechs, I thought those looked good. I mean, granted, we got to figure out the actual paint scheme, but if you print enough of them.
Who cares? You know, and they're trees. It's not like everything has to be exact same shade.
No, you know, if you get it just right, you go and paint, you know, even spray paint them. Flip them over, spray paint the hell out of them with spray paint brown. And then once that dries, tape off it, and then sprays out the green.
You can just airbrush most of it and be done with it.
Yeah, or airbrush or whatnot.
Like
which I still haven't even opened your airbrush. We need to get a compressor. It's still sitting over there.
I have a small compressor you could use, but you'd have to...
We have to undo this window, and I had to move all my computer stuff to do something like that, because I'm not... Yeah.
Actually, airbrushing, it's no different than you 3D printing.
Really?
Yeah. You're atomizing water.
It is a watered down.
It's all water based. I mean, the old stuff, like the old model paints I was doing through the airbrush, where you had to have actual paint thinner. Yeah, but the air based stuff, like all the Citadel water airbrush stuff, I just paint it in the room. I don't.
It doesn't go everywhere.
No, it doesn't go everywhere. It barely goes anywhere. It goes where you need it because you've got control of the spray, and you don't smell it. There's no. I mean, you're atomizing pretty much water. I mean, it's paint, but really, as long as you have a backsplash, which I just have a piece of an open cardboard box. Put newspaper down, put a cardboard box behind it, and it can airbrush right there.
And it just sticks to the cardboard.
The compressor I have doesn't run consistently. It only
fills. And
it has no tank, so it just fills the line. So as you airbrush, it just and just pushes air in. But you can continuously airbrush. So even when I'm on a call, I can airbrush and no one will really even notice the compressor run. Now, granted, it's on the floor. It's not by the mic, but you don't see it. You hear more about sound than you do the air compressor.
Walkabout says he is right. Airbrushing, just spray into a box.
I mean, really.
Okay. Well, the way our room setup is with my desk, I have my laptop. Well, we have our Xbox over there, my laptop,
just put it on the table and maybe run a fan in the room. But I would just put up just open up a box, Amazon box,
cut the one side out,
shield, put newspaper down, and just go to town.
I just cut out the one box, leave the bottom together and the top together.
Depends on what you're needing to do. Yeah, but
that's true.
When you make a backdrop, sometimes it's hard to see the other angles. But yeah, with the airbrushing, you're doing large, and that's great for when you're doing tanks for like World of Tanks minis or Team Yankee. You've got a whole bunch of them. You just lay them out and just go.
It's all going to be one color.
Get your base color down. Like I've got all the airbrush for the American Force, the Russian Force, the German Force that Vallejo puts out. The actual airbrush line ones. They're just super watery. They actually brush on great. I use them with a brush because they're so watered down. You don't need to add water to it. You just put a little bit out in your palette and just paint. That's what I do with the Citadel. I buy almost all the airbrush line stuff now because it's easier to use. It's already thinned. And
the Vallejo wood,
Jeffy!
The Vallejo wood color I used was an airbrush. It was very thin, so I put a couple coats on it.
I have
on stuff,
but
when you're done and you put a mild brown wash, it looks like wood.
It looks great. Yeah.
Hello, Jeff. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I have a Russian green one that was an airbrush one that I painted the fuck out of shit.
Yeah, I did that because I had all those T-80s and everything and all the Soviet. Now I don't. I just do the World of Tanks ones. But
you bought it. We couldn't find the actual one like this, and ended up buying that one because that was the only NATO green, I think is what it was, or something. It was the Russian one, but it was for the storms that I painted. That's that dark green.
And
you bought that.
And Vallejo actually puts out a primer.
It says, "Where'd you find that, young girl?" So Jeff, Ashley
we don't
was
talk
just,
about that.
Just giving me an attitude, so I called usedwives.com and said I need to do something about a trade-in. So we'll just take it from here. Yep.
Yeah, Vallejo puts out an airbrush primer that actually works pretty well.
Big difference that haircut and makeup makes, huh? Just win the dang lottery and buy a new house for miniature painting, Keegan says.
That's what me and Greg been talking about. There was one up by the office that I told him would be great if we could afford it, to have as a game room, basically. But I don't know if I would want to leave all my games over there and not be, no one being there.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird how we're all attached to our stuff?
No, it's not. I mean, yes, there's an attachment to a point, but I mean, just on that top row alone is a couple $100.
Yeah, when you got so much money invested, you kind of...
You don't want to...
think about losing all that in a fire or something. All my books, all my gaming books, you know what I've got for gaming books.
Thanks, Hex.
Jeff says, you look good, Ash. Thanks, I'm just chopped liver now. That's all good.
You've always have been, babe.
Oh, wow.
I mean, at least you're me.
Other than, you're Wag's
awesome.
hoe, babe. Remember that.
Yeah, that's true. One day he will.
Eventually, you might move up.
Maybe. In all fairness, my haircut's the same old haircut, so it doesn't.
Well, if you let your granddaughter do it last night, she would have made it look pretty.
She wanted to spray my hair purple. I was like, nah, it's okay.
Got her some of that Halloween hairspray.
Yeah. See, Walkabout appreciates me. Thank you, sir. Ho, ho, ho.
He called you a hoe. How does he
3
appreciate
times.
you?
I don't know.
I
take it as a compliment because that's all I got, Clint. Yeah. Ho, ho, ho. But, you gotta just do what you gotta do. Sometimes.
So where is Walkabout Games out of?
Across the pond,
I believe Walkabout.
He's a couple hours ahead of us, I believe.
Thought he was in, I want to say Australia. But
no.
It makes sense with the name, but that doesn't mean that's always the case.
Where are you at again, Walkabout? I'm sorry, I don't remember.
I know
Clint is asking, that's
why. Netherlands. Greg's canned spam.
Thanks, Charles. I'm canned spam. But you know what?
You're never gonna go bad.
True.
Don't know what's in him.
Wait a minute. A lot of people like spam.
Yeah. If you need
grilled
salt, if you need salt, spam is the one thing to have.
Emergency food.
Yeah.
My mom used to take spam before it got really, really bad. We were kids, and she'd cut it into cubes, put it in a pie thing with cheese and bake it. It had a crust.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was pretty.
Yeah,
good.
There's a lot you can do with spam, but
there's a lot you can do with spam. Clinton remembers when I was working over where he was at that IT sent us this thing saying, "Don't watch out for spam in an email." So me being me, I copied a picture of a can of spam, put it in there and sent it back and told IT, "Is this the type of mail I'm supposed to look for?" They actually laughed. They thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Matter of
So he's
fact,
2 hours
the
behind
Greg and
us.
Clint show,
Yeah.
IT would drop in for. Joy
Yeah.
never even knew that.
Yep.
Walkabout's 2 hours behind us. It's 3:50 for him, I'm assuming.
Powdered eggs and spam, Army days. Yeah. Oh, you need a little bit of hot sauce on it.
2 hours behind us puts him in Pacific time.
Yeah, but that could be any. He's Canada.
Oh, that could put him up near Alaska or something.
Walkabout's all. Oh my God!
I believe
Army
he's
eggs.
Canada. Because they're a couple hours behind us.
Depends where you're at.
That's true.
They share the same time zones we do. And like Hawaii, it's like for West Coast.
He's West
okay,
Coast,
yeah,
okay.
that makes sense.
No.
Who is Canada? There's a couple of them that are
Is
from
it
Canada.
Mythos in Canada?
No,
Actually?
Mythos is Texas.
Yeah, one of them was up in Canada. I don't remember.
David.
Steve.
Annex.
Yes, he's Canadian. Chris is Canadian.
Steven.
So we got a couple people from Canada
Oh, that's cool.
that we interact with on a regular basis. 10 hours from Alaska.
Okay, so he's up there a ways.
He's an overhomer. And Jeff here. Jeff's still in the United States.
And I say, yeah, he's not too far from us. A few, 6-7 hours?
I don't know. You haven't stalked him yet, have you?
No.
No, so I'm not sure.
Well, I know Chris and Reese and McMurray are all about 5 hours from us because they're Kansas City area.
Yeah.
Missouri.
Too bad. So Midwest still.
Well, that's where the March to Victory's out that way.
Or no,
Yeah.
Chris is in Illinois
Yeah. There's
by
like
Hannibal or
there's-
something like that. He's only a couple hours from us.
a bigger gaming concentration in the Midwest or the middle of the United States than there is on either coast. Not that there aren't any on the coast. It just seems like there's a bigger group of gaming stuff in the middle of the United States.
That's because I think in the middle of the United States, a lot of people still play board games and stuff like that. When I lived in
Oh,
California.
he's up
it
in
wasn't.
Canada. Yeah.
Okay, I
British
was right.
Columbia. Yep.
So he was the other one I was thinking that was in Canada.
Yeah, Nagawa is
Yep.
the other Chris is
The Chris,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Canadian.
who I was.
Yep. That makes sense.
That was the other one I was
just
missing.
Stop shitting on them.
Who? What?
Nothing.
Canada. Yeah, it's a crazy world, ain't it?
Yeah.
Way
It's
everything's
crazier than it needs to be.
That is for sure. That's why us gamers just stick together and try to maintain some kind of sanity, I guess. I don't know what else
Yeah.
you can do because
I mean, we have a couple, well, we don't talk to them rarely anymore, but a couple of video gamers that we pretty much known since they were 14 and watch them kind of grow up.
yeah, like almost 2 decades.
And they're both in Canada.
Yeah, Mini Warmont. That's who I was thinking of.
Minnie Warbutt's a Canadian that lives in Arizona.
Yeah. Well,
Minnie Warmont.
he has fallen.
Yeah. He escaped Canada, moved to Mexico. I mean, Arizona.
Probably should have stayed
And
in
then-
Canada at this point.
Yeah. Oh, they're not doing so good out that way. There's nothing going good anywhere anymore.
Yeah, really, there's not.
Oh, he's getting the fires over here.
We're still in our little bubble here, but
Yeah,
That's-
well, we've been under that red flag or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
You made Mutt a token Canadian, huh? A Canuck.
A Canuck, he's a nut Canuck.
yeah, it's pretty normal.
That's okay. You just got to get him in some cold weather, you guys, so he can learn to appreciate hockey.
Isn't he from the Midwest? He's
Minnie
from
Warmont
yeah.
has
He's
family
from
out
this
here.
way, Waterloo area. I thought.
No, Jeff was from out here.
No, I thought Brian was too. He has family out
Yeah.
this way. Des Moines or Dubuque he's out this way, I thought. Because he was looking at maybe buying a house out in Waterloo.
Just keep talking because Minnie Warmont is hearing all this. He said he's going to have to stop and intercede. Yeah, Reese is Arkansas.
Oh, Reese is Arkansas. Oh, that's right. He just did move, didn't he?
Did Chris, not Jay, move to Missouri? I thought he moved. I thought he was in Illinois, but I might be wrong.
Well, remember, Chris just moved. He was talking about that.
Iowa. Yep. And Jeff.
Oh, Jeff was Waterloo. Okay.
Jeff was in Waterloo.
Makes sense.
I'll say I knew one of them was this way. I know. Yeah.
Walkabout says
I
he
know
can't
the
spell.
feeling.
It's all right. Walkabout. We can still, we know what you're saying. It still kind of sounds like I will. You can still do it that way. Charles says it's 82 degrees today. Well, that's good.
Pretty
Charles.
nice.
Yeah, it's what?
It's 59
here. Yeah, so it's not terrible. I mean,
it's a little
take
chilly for me,
59,
but I'm okay.
I got my shorts and
Doesn't
t-shirt.
bother me.
You know what that means? The next couple of days, you ain't having blanket.
Wow. You steal it.
I will be cocooning myself in a blanket.
Actually, it's kind of like a bear slash.
I still have a fan going.
Jeff says to Walkabout games. That's because you're a Canuck. The fan? Yeah.
I sleep with the fan.
Yeah.
I bitch at how
She's the
cold it
only
is, and
person
I
I know
have to
that-
have a fan.
It's cold. You gotta come home and it's like got the air conditioner on and a fan and wrapped up in a blanket. Why?
Because my toes get cold.
Why?
My toes
Like-
get cold.
But I'd be like, man, that's hot. You got the AC on that, but why are you rolled up in a blanket? My toes get cold. Okay.
Our heater set at 70 degrees. He comes in because the heater kicked itself on because the house dropped lower than 70 degrees. It's hot. Turn the heater off.
Like because I'm working outside. I'm like, it's,
Yeah.
you know. Oh, did they, Jeff? Did the Canucks beat them? There you go. A little bit of ice fun. Like I said, we have a hockey team out here, but
Yeah. I don't know how well you can take them seriously.
Well, I don't know. We had fun. We went on Star Wars night and a few of the.
That was the
nights.
first time we went
Yeah.
with the kids.
I always thought it was funny they were called Rough Riders.
Yeah.
Just.
The tanks outside the stadium are cool.
Yeah.
If they're
Got
still
pictures.
there.
Yeah, they're still there.
Yeah, they're still
They've
there.
definitely
There's
seen better
one.
days.
There's one, the Sherman up there
It's not a Sherman, it's a Patton.
or something like that.
Something like that. I can't remember.
And
It
then-
supposedly will move under its own power.
Probably.
Just they've got it pinned so it can't, but apparently they can fire it up and drive it.
And then they have like an anti-tank
Yeah,
or something like
that was
that.
artillery. unit.
Artillery.
Yeah.
Artillery.
I can't remember what it is because you can actually get that gun in one of the tanks.
It's something.
It's on tank tracks. It
Yeah,
rolls.
it's
Those are the only two up there.
it's an artillery unit. It's not a very good one, but I mean, considering what it is, that would not be one. I mean, I suppose it's better than standing behind the gun pulling a cord, but sitting next to the gun and the only thing defending you is a small piece of metal with a giant window cut out of it, like you have absolutely no overhead protection whatsoever. Like,
Well,
no.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
fab plus gold equals
Yeah,
sleep.
usually.
What is the next game? Me and Ashley are gonna play?
probably Trench Club
I'd say Trench Club,
because
and
that'll be pretty.
we
quick.
did a practice run with Wings of Glory. We got the blimp for that.
I lost
And
3 freaking rounds. That's all it took. 3
so
rounds.
We didn't put that one out. Poor Ashley got decimated.
I
so
just got
following this
destroyed.
scenario, so we're gonna redo that one.
We can't put. If we're gonna do the balloon again, I have no problem bringing the British, but we can't have those AA guns.
it
That's
calls
what killed
for-
me.
Calls for.
Well, I
AA
don't
gun.
care. We're not gonna play with that.
She could.
Babe,
Yeah.
one shot freaking took out 2 of my planes.
Yeah. So the one AA gun did
How
a
anti-air
lot of
works
damage there,
sometimes.
Jeff. So, but
I understand that's how it goes, but
Yeah.
you gotta give them a chance.
Yeah.
it was
Literally, it was 3 rounds.
It was one of those things we
We
recorded.
didn't even repick our cards.
My goodness, Ashley, calm down. Like we did it, but I looked at it, I'm like, no, this is not. We shouldn't put this. It's just gonna look like we rushed it or something when we did it.
We did
It
it.
wouldn't have. It would have been really good to watch. It was just a slaughter. She flew in and stuff. Yeah, we're gonna do more of the Wings of Glory.
Yeah, I've got all that bunch of that World War II stuff. So
Yeah, Clint's got.
I'll have to do maybe tomorrow. I'll pull out the other Zvezda box that hasn't built, and I'll just record myself building them.
Oh, just build the models.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we got one.
We got one box that have not even. We did an unboxing. That's it.
Yeah, so it's still full. The models need to be built, but
well, I still have
the Zvezda stuff is,
and I don't have a 3-year-old.
Is good.
Because she'll try to do it.
So it's good stuff. But yeah, the blimp we got and the scenario with the blimps are interesting. And
it's unless I get more planes, which we don't have enough of the same faction.
Well, you need different. We need a couple different.
Yeah, some of the German planes and stuff are just super hard to get for World War One.
Well, we have a couple of German ones, but we made the blimp with German.
On the blimp is on the scenario was the Germans, but it was, and you had two planes, protecting it. Plus, you had AA gun under it to protect it,
and two trenches.
And trenches where they would use the MGs to fire at the planes. So Ashley just had 3. Called for 3 of them to kind of swing in, launch their rockets at the balloon, try to take out the observation. But it didn't matter what she did. As soon as you get within range of those,
your
ground,
yeah,
the artillery on the ground.
And the AA guns use like a C damage, and those are 10, 12, 20.
That'll tear you up fast. Yep.
Keegan says, now you know how we feel against the Tyranids, Ashley. Somewhat.
Yeah. They are expensive.
The aircraft are a little pricey, but nice. It depends. I've seen some really, where you get the good deals is not so much on eBay. I noticed you can, but there's some of these game shops have this backstock of it, and they just sell it regular, reasonable price. And you're like, I've been looking at that. Like, I've got to squeeze some money out and get a few extra planes. And Ares re-released some of that stuff, so some of it's not too pricey. People are price gouging the bombers.
Oh yeah,
and the bombers. See,
I think we have a.
Johnny
bomber.
Said that because he has a store where they were always high. Picked. But no, it was when they first came out, the bombers were not $80. They were like in the $40 range.
Yeah, well, it's like behind me. Some of the Americans, like the Mustangs and the not the Thunderbolt.
That'd be World War II though.
Yeah, World War II, but they're over $100 a plane now.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad I have them all, but.
So those are the games that we've been lined up. Like I said, we did do a break it out and do that, but the thing just ended. Ashley.
But then, I can still buy the.
It ended.
The tripods for like $20 because nobody wants them.
Which is weird because that's a fun game.
Other 2. Yeah, that was actually a lot of fun. And I've got all the stuff to play it with the World War II planes. Just takes a different damage counters.
It was a different approach, I think, too. And so people were, although it didn't that thing. I mean, they like sold out of that.
They did, but then they didn't support it. They didn't do anything more for it. That's the reason it killed a lot of their stuff. Is there was no support for it.
What scale are the planes?
Ooh.
Their standard 1/1000.
I think. Hold on, let me grab
1/1400.
Watch out, baby. Come on. Watch out.
Hey, like Nagawa, how are you? He says hello, everyone. He just woke up.
1 and 144.
1/144. Okay.
So it would be what? I don't know what that. 1/115 is 15 millimeter.
Ish.
No, 1/100.
Or 1/100. I mean.
Yeah.
So
little.
About 20.
Maybe like 18 millimeter.
18, yeah,
something
18
like that.
or
Yeah.
20, something like that.
Yeah. They're almost the same scale as some of the model kits, but not quite.
It's its own scale. Yeah.
It is. And they did that so no one else, but people still will use.
There's Walkabout one.
Yeah, Walkabout says the same 1/144.
12.
12
12
millimeter.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
okay.
smaller then.
That
Okay,
makes
we were
sense,
going the
yeah.
opposite direction.
Yeah.
That'd be about, well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
I'd say Walkabout
that's
would be the
probably
one to
right.
really know that
Yeah,
one,
that's
babe.
probably about right.
Either way, it's a fun game. And the blimp made it interesting, but like I said, we couldn't. I sat there and I watched the playthrough. I'm like, people are just gonna think that we just hurried up and it
It was
it was not.
Yeah.
It actually just didn't make it. So
I did some damage to the blimp, but that was it.
See, it doesn't move, does it?
The scenario we did was for the first one. No, it's just
It
a
just
stationary.
it's an observation balloon.
Yeah. It was basically destroy the balloon before your guys get destroyed, or it was set for I think 20 rounds or something.
Yeah, it didn't take 20 rounds because
No.
you're wondering 20 rounds. Although that goes pretty quick. The AA just took it out real quick. Lots of damage. Walkabout says he prints a lot in that scale.
Yeah, it makes sense.
1/144. Okay, then you know what you're talking about on scale wise.
So these are actually these would be smaller than
They're
the tanks.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
smaller than the tanks. Tanks are 15 millimeter, but they're standard model kit size.
Yeah, because I think 28's 1 to 80 or something like that,
Yeah, something like that.
or 75, 175 I think is 28, which are basically the one-page rules, Warhammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all those. Either way, whatever scale there, it's nice. Just got to do shopping for the planes because there's just too much price gouging on some of it.
Yeah, there's like a couple I need to finish up my collection, and
I know.
I'm not paying eBay prices for them.
No, a couple of them
That's-
I wanted to get when it was out, and I should have when they
Yeah,
were $40, $49, and
We
then I
should
was
have
like,
picked up
oh.
a whole bunch of them when they were a lot cheaper than that.
Well, the one store, what was that place we went to up there in the strip mall where the Fairway is now? There was a.
Oh,
It was.
son of a.
It had a.
No.
It's a little. Was a little hobby store. Or
Yeah,
they had,
oh, that was Hobby
Not-
Corner.
No.
Or Hobby Town. Well,
Town,
it
a
became
couple.
Hobby Town. Well, in
I can't remember.
Town
But
and Country, it was
that's the mall.
Boxcar Hobbies, and it became something else, and it became Hobby Corner when they.
We were there for the.
No, something cards.
It
yeah,
was the one
couple.
little shop, but not the game shop.
Oh, yeah, that's
The
Hobby
game
Town
shop,
or Hobby
me
Corner or
and
something.
Clint went there
Yeah.
for the tornado the one day.
Yeah,
We were the only people in Iowa went into a hobby store and waited for the tornado.
yeah.
Was may as well.
Whatever.
If we were going to die, it would have been
Yeah.
at least the place we liked. But the other one, and anyways, he had some of those planes, and they were like $40. And I was
Yeah,
like, for
they
the
were.
big
They were-
bombers, and I was like, I got to come back. And I went
Yeah.
back the following week, and they were gone.
Yeah, they were clearing those
They
out. I
were
bought
gone.
a few World War I planes.
Mhm.
I might have even bought those 2 Russian planes for World War II.
There's your bombers. He bought them.
No, I didn't buy bombers from them. I bought the bombers elsewhere.
Walkabout says
But
a lot of companies use 144 for aircraft.
The problem was you don't have the base or the cards or anything else to just print planes.
Yeah.
Because you need the base, you need the cards for your maneuvers. And
I mean, you can.
No, you couldn't guess at the maneuvers on it,
That-
though.
and-
'cause-
Well, if it's a similar one to say, I
But
don't care,
it's
one of
not,
them you could
they're-
probably use.
he said, look up Wargaming 3D on my
yeah, but that's
manufacturing.
not going to give you the cards. So each plane has its own unique maneuver cards.
These
and so,
on Wings of Glory, it's all their own.
so
That's why you can't
that's-
mix them up too
That's
much.
the big thing is you got to have the right cards for the plane. I mean, realistically, you could use any and you'd be fine. But some of the planes, their maneuverability is really dependent on,
They're the
the
size.
plane.
Yeah.
the maneuverability of a Mustang isn't going to apply to a P-25 bomber, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of the bigger ones I wanted to get, and I should have just bought them when I seen them, but they should also continue because there's a lot of people that actually
Yeah.
still play that game. It's
Yeah,
not
there is.
like
They
the
just-
game's dead.
Well, the one Wings of Glory we did, what was it? The beginning of the month, we had that game developer on. he actually went and got the idea for his game by watching us play Wings of Glory.
Yeah. So that was.
So,
that was
and I'm
nice.
waiting for his game to come out because that actually seems pretty fun. So, because I can print 3D little model
Yeah.
dragons.
Yes, you're based on the games that require the base, which is what kind of the one. I don't want to say it's a downside with Leviathans, and you're dependent on the base for everything, and it's nice that your stats are on the base, like that little wing card, but you're still dependent on the base for a lot of it.
Yeah. That's the downside, but
I loved Aeronautica Imperialis, but they stopped supporting it when they quit making it, and all the plane stuff shifted over to whatever it is now, Horus Heresy or whatever it is now. So the game is just done.
Are you talking about the one you played with me at the shop?
Yeah, they just quit supporting it because they quit putting it out. And
Imperialis?
Yeah, Aeronautica Imperialis. So there was nothing more for it. And then all the planes scaled to the new Epic or whatever it is for 40K, and you have separate rules for them there. So you can still use the planes, but they play completely different. You don't have the...
I remember Josh went that day and played with my son. He liked it. Yeah, I think he had the ones for the tower or whatever.
Yeah.
But they were pretty cool. It was a pretty cool concept. But
they're just...
I
don't like when they no longer support it, and it's like...
Now what do you do?
Done. It's like Adeptus Titanic isn't technically supported anymore because they moved all the Titan stuff over to Epic or whatever. I'm going to keep calling it Epic because it makes more sense to me.
The 6mm.
Yeah, and I'd love to get into that, but again, it's a 40K investment.
Yeah, that's the one Greg wants.
Not a 401k, a 40K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cash your 401k out to buy
I would like to get it because I used to play Epic back in the day, and it was a lot of fun.
You can put more models on it.
Well, there's a lot of cooler tanks and stuff now for this scale. And when you buy a box of tanks, it comes with 3.
So Walkabout says someone was doing cards for the aircraft. He's not sure who it was. And Charles says if somebody is doing cards, can't you just print the 3D bases?
I suppose you got to print them clear.
You could. The bases on this give you your firing arc.
Yeah.
I mean, you could figure out the firing arc.
You could, but
it works easier because when you get one of the bombers, you've got 6 firing arcs.
Yeah, because you've got the
depending on the side of the plane.
That's true.
Which is,
Yeah.
I'm wondering. I have to look into that bomber part, babe, because I know you can take out the AA guns in the trenches. So I'm wondering if I couldn't just use the bomber.
Maybe your best bet would have been to attack the ground targets first and eliminate them.
Yeah, and keep making sure you don't attack me. Yeah.
Well, but the ground's
what's killing me.
Their bombing rules for that game were kind of cool. I did like using the little cards to see where the bombs land. I thought that was kind of fun. I'm like, this is cool.
There's no guessing or...
Yeah, I got lucky the third time and actually hit the target with the bombs, but...
Oh. Walkabout says bases are available.
I'll look into it and see.
Yeah, I don't print anything clear, so... But
we can
it makes
get
sense.
clear
resin. Clear resin, but I just...
But if the base has basically saying just a raise just enough of an arc, you can paint that red. You don't have to see technically the bottom underneath it.
It's just me and Clint are more like...
Yes,
I like that.
This is the way it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I tried to explain that to her.
But
I mean, generally with 3D printing stuff, I just print terrain.
Yeah.
I'm not really... I don't want to print Battletech figures, although I have bought Battletech files. Because you can get all the MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries mech files to print for Battletech in that design.
I mean, if they're the same design and it's the same model, it shouldn't matter.
They're different, but they're cool. Now, the MechWarrior 5, they look different.
Oh, do they?
But they're still cool as F, and I would love to have them, but they are definitely different looking. They've redesigned all the mechs for the game. And some of them I actually like better in the game than I do in real life. Like the catapult actually looks better in Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries than it does in the actual miniature. Because the miniature itself in Battletech looks like an egg. I mean, it does. It's
Jesse,
Open
Clint
the box.
doesn't have anything for you.
She hears you opening it up.
I mean, it looks like an egg.
It does kind of look like an egg.
Yeah, it kind of does.
So it's, you know, and it's not bad. It's not a bad looking miniature, but the ones in the game, in the video game, are more squared off and look like a proper cockpit and everything else, and they're just cool looking. Especially since you can get the ones with the PPCs on it instead of the missiles, because I play that a lot in the video.
They're
game.
just trying to,
yeah,
instead of making all the mechs look the same, they're trying to give them some
Yes,
characteristics.
I mean, I'll still
Yeah,
use it.
I'll-
It isn't good, but like the Battle Master looks way different in Mech Warrior 5. It's still cool, but it kind of looks like the Atlas in this one, big, square, blocky.
Those are cool, and those will look really badass once they're painted.
Yeah, I think so.
Walkabout says just type in Wings of Glory STL 3D bases in Google. Okay.
I'll have to do that because all the 3D stuff is set up on my computer, which I'm gonna end up hooking model up or my computer back up to that secondary monitor. Because it's so much easier to try to do the 3D printing when you have two monitors.
Yeah. Well, you brought that TV in.
I brought the
to
TV
play.
in here, so we don't really watch it anyway. So
Yeah.
I just got to figure out a place to now put that.
No, I thought maybe put her to sleep.
No,
she
you
was
might. She's just
Like
sitting
sound
there.
like she was snoring there for a second. I'm like,
she pushes her throat up when it starts feeling good, and it sounds like she's snoring.
yeah, it's just like, did you pass out standing up?
She's got you. It's because you're giving her
Yeah, I'm
attention.
scratching her ears. So, yeah, I don't get doggy time much anymore. So,
Yeah, that's her trying to get
Yeah.
as she thinks you're a kangaroo. She tries to get as close as possible, like you have a pouch.
Yeah.
You're okay, baby girl.
Well, you guys, what do you think?
Well, we're already over 20 minutes, so
Well, that's all right. We can go ahead and wrap it up. What do you think there, Clint? Or you
yeah,
good?
that's fine.
We're going to go ahead and wrap it up, you guys. Thank you for sticking around. I know it's
Maybe we'll
getting to
get
be
a Leviathan
dinner time and
skin
all that.
soon.
But we appreciate it. It's always great to end the week this way and to start the week with you guys. So thank you for showing up and supporting us. We appreciate it. Hopefully, we didn't have any broken chairs this time, but hopefully we were entertaining.
why do you keep moving your head up? You think I'm gonna smack you?
I don't
Start
know.
the week. What are you talking about? Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Tomorrow's Monday.
Tomorrow's my Wednesday.
Tomorrow's your Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah. My Monday started on Saturday.
Hey, Nagalo, I think he just seen your haircut, Ashley. All right, you guys.
Have a good night,
Bye.
guys. We'll see you next week.